Hello, Crosscut Cinema fans.
Was that some generic spooky music I just heard?
Yep, royalty free, baby.
Hey.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah, long time no see. How's everybody holding up?
Long time no.
I mean, I saw
Talk
you
at you.
Long
yesterday.
time, no while? Is that what you said?
Long time.
No.
Sorry, my
I
phone.
don't know if you're
No,
saying
it's
long
not
time
what
no
I
see to
said.
me, but I saw you
No, I was,
yesterday.
Quite wrong.
talking to our 3 fans out there.
I said no.
Wow.
Long
It's more
time
than
no
3.
talk.
It's like 600. So
I know.
657.
Very appreciative.
650. So let's date ourselves right
Very
now.
appreciative.
People watch this later like, wow, they have 658 now. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
Our last
That's cute.
video got a good amount of views,
Mhm.
though. So I'm.
It was unlisted for some reason for a while.
We're on Spotify
Yeah.
now
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
check
can
us out
check
on
us out
Spotify.
on other podcast platforms now, like
Wow.
Spotify.
and Anchor.
And when YouTube Podcast comes out, YouTube Podcast.
And whatever else Anchor decides to put our podcast on. It's really not up to me. I don't make
Probably
those choices.
SoundCloud. I mean, I don't know for sure, but you
I
can
don't
tell
know if-
us.
I don't know if they do that. I don't know.
Like,
I think they connect to Apple Podcasts, but I think it takes time because they're choosy over there at Apple.
Yeah.
The ghost of Steve Jobs is sitting there and he arbitrates what gets to go on Apple Podcasts, and it takes him a long time because he has other obligations.
Everyone drinks all at once.
Yeah.
It's
except for
very
me.
hot in our studio.
It's really toasty in here.
Today is
So
Memorial
warm.
Day. It is a warm day.
I
in
have been hearing
the
fireworks,
Midwest.
so if we hear those, then
I
that's
forgot.
fine.
It was Memorial Day.
Oh, I saw the most Americana Midwest holiday shit on the way over here. At a gas station, I saw a man drinking from a can, pumping gas while shirtless.
Nice. What was in the can? What was he drinking?
I couldn't tell you. I was driving, but he was going for it.
I love it.
I ate a donut in the parking lot today.
Hell yeah, you did.
Which parking
America.
lot?
Which parking lot?
Kroger.
Kroger.
Nice.
America.
America. That's the parking.
America's
America's parking lot,
America's
baby.
parking lot. I feel like Ohio is America's parking lot.
I think Indiana's America's parking lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like Indiana is also largely just cornfields.
I was going to say, I feel like
It's where
Indiana
all
is
the
America's
cars are.
cornfield.
It's where all the cars go. Indiana, you have to drive through Indiana to get through like so much shit.
That's true.
That's why it's the parking lot too.
Yeah. I don't miss Indiana. Sorry to if any of my family's listening
Yeah.
and or old high school
I
friends.
don't miss any of my family, she says.
No, I do miss
Fuck 'em.
my family. Please
God.
love me.
So anyway, yeah, this is kind of a different thing that we're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna be a little different today.
Yeah, usually we do a podcast about movies, and that's like not what we're doing. Especially since it's been a month since the last one, so like suck it, I guess. We're still not doing one quite yet. But
I mean, I guess we'll
Sorry.
do one. I guess we'll do one soon.
yeah.
I mean, if you guys want
We-
to count the one that was unlisted that we relisted as
Yeah.
a new one,
Yeah.
that would be.
It's brand new.
I
to
like
you.
the person that said, I've already heard this.
Yeah, I know.
I
wanted-
appreciate that person because you already heard it, which presumably means that you saw the thumbnail,
Right?
Yeah.
And you clicked it again, hoping it would be different. And I really love you for that. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I wonder if like let us know in the comments if it showed up in like your subscription feed again is fresh, because I'll just break the system and I'll just unlisted relist 24/7.
Oh, God.
Watch me break the system. I'll annoy the shit out of you with notifications. Watch me do it.
That's how we lose subscribers.
Yeah, not posting for 2 months. That doesn't lose subscribers or anything.
No.
We lost one
Reposting.
subscriber, I feel like. 'cause
There
it
was a
But
pandemic.
we had like 700 at one point.
Did
But
we?
that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
Oh, man.
because
I
you
missed
know,
that.
Things happen. These things happen. But I think that the good news is that we've watched a lot of movies, and
And we're not dead. None of us have the virus.
knock on
Knock on
wood.
wood.
Damn, this isn't even wood, but whatever.
Knock on fake wood.
Yeah.
Knock on Goodwill table.
Yes.
This was not Goodwill.
Oh,
It was
dang
something similar to Goodwill. Thank you. But anyway,
Alrighty then.
But yeah, I feel like now that things have kind of lifted, we'll have some good content.
do you remember when we said it wouldn't affect our post schedule when we actually said that in the podcast?
Did we say that?
We sure fucking did.
Yeah.
Like, it'll affect us with new releases, but we'll still post every week.
No, we didn't do that at all.
Big lie.
Because we were like, oh, we're going to just call in, and it just didn't happen.
No, we didn't even know we were going to have to be separate at that point when we recorded the last one. We didn't even
Yeah.
know that everybody's going to have to be away from each other.
We
No,
didn't
we
think
were-
quarantine was going to happen. We didn't think anybody was
No.
going to get quarantined. We are like, it's just everyone's out overreacting. It's fine. Like Madison's family, when they're like, we're going to be quarantined to our homes, they're crazy.
Yeah, we were
They're
like,
just
no, they're
being
not.
crazy. Nope. No. It was literally the last day of
Yeah.
non-quarantine.
We
Yeah.
recorded that like the second week of March.
It's crazy.
We
That is
recorded
nuts.
that on my birthday.
Hey,
Was it on
I
your
remember.
Happy birthday.
That was the day after.
No. It was my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah, I gave
everything
him
happened the
birthday
night
shout
before
out.
my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Anyway, so that's not what we're doing
Oh,
here.
and we missed Franny's birthday, but Franny had a birthday in the
Fran
in-between
did
times.
have a birthday.
I did.
We went to Alabama and ate crawfish.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's the hi Landon. If you're listening, you're probably not. You pretend like you listen, but you don't. This is me calling you out right now.
This is the true test.
Yeah, all right, Landon, text me the code word banana phone if you actually fucking listen to our podcast.
That's two words.
The code word is
It can't be hyphenated. I can't create a word right now.
banana phone, one word.
You're right.
Thanks.
I'll give it to you.
This heat is making me cranky.
I know. I'm really hot.
I'm about to start stripping in this.
No,
I hope that we get a demon in here so that we can have that like wash of cold that people talk about when they feel when ghosts are
Madison.
around.
Demon, please
That sounds phenomenal.
help me. It's hot in here, Mr. Mr.
Yeah,
Crowley.
like, don't
Thank
they-
you so
don't
much
they
for bringing the ice packs.
Don't they say that like the air gets all cold when a ghost is in the room?
I
You
like
like
how
cold
we're
spots?
like, demon, please just come get me. I'm so hot right now. I'm hot for you, Mr. Demon.
Ew.
It's true.
Yeah, you all are
it
lying
feels
if
like
you say you
summer
wouldn't
in
fuck
here.
a demon. We would all fuck a demon.
Listen. Listen.
I'm engaged.
Listen. Madison
It
has
doesn't
had.
count if it's supernatural.
It definitely still
Madison has told me several times that she wished she could fuck a ghost and a robot.
You know,
I mean, you can fuck a
Yeah.
robot.
not like that though.
What do you what like what?
Not like a sex robot.
So wait, it's weird if it's made for what you're asking it to do. You want it to like malfunction.
that robot's just trying to do its job, Madison.
No,
like
like okay,
Ex
I feel
Machina.
okay. I feel
can never
Ex
say it.
Machina.
this
Thank
is
you.
I'm exposing myself right now, but I feel and like this isn't like my kink or anything. I'm just saying that I would do it if the opportunity arose. But like the appeal of a sex robot is that it's almost like a human woman, right?
Or man.
or man or whatever. What have
If
you?
you need a discount.
But
I
I mean,
wouldn't either.
but regardless, like the
True.
appeal of it is that it's like a human person simulating what it would be like to have it with a human person. But I think that perhaps the appeal
What the fuck?
would be the other, like the uncanniness
There's
of
a lady
it, right?
who like tries to fuck a roller coaster. I feel like you're like
I've seen
you're vibing
that.
with that lady right
No,
now.
I'm
Like,
not
this
vibing
isn't
with that
made
lady.
for this.
Well, no, like I would want the robot to be able to like consent. I would not have non-consensual
So
sex
you're
with a
asking
robot.
for a mechanically enhanced person because in order to consent, it's got to be a person.
So essentially, like an advanced AI, but in like a robot.
Yeah, but
body
like,
thing.
you know how they
So
kind
you
of
like want to fuck a cyborg, kind of, or like a mechanically enhanced person.
well, like you know how like in Ex Machina, like they made the robot kind of like sexy, but it was still very clear that she was a robot,
yeah,
like that kind of.
they have sex robots like that.
Some more
think they do.
unrealistic
Yeah, but
standards for women.
Man.
I think
God.
I think
But,
you're,
like,
you're
you-
putting it out in theory, but when people come with you brass tacks and facts, and here's a robot you can fuck right now, you're like, I don't know, this is kind of crazy.
But it's not like, but it's just a machine though.
I feel like I should play the horror theme again just to reiterate that this is what's happening.
It's just a machine though. It's
That's a
not,
fucking horror movie. Coming home and just seeing you with a fucking robot person. I'm like,
Ooh.
but like you know, like it's not real though.
what does that mean?
But you said you wanted it to consent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. Have,
I think
they-
you're asking for a lot
like-
of things here.
Like
that
they don't like the AI
conflict.
just isn't
This is
there.
the scariest part of this podcast.
terrifying.
The AI isn't there to allow me to fuck the robot in the way that I would want.
Wait, so you don't want it to have artificial intelligence? You don't want it to be smart enough to like consent?
No,
enough to-
I do, but I feel like, but it's like, you know, you've seen Ex Machina. Like,
Yeah.
like, is it consenting to me because it's programmed to consent to me, or is it consenting to me because it wants to have sex with me?
I think-
and like, these are the questions.
I think you just want like a frumpy sex robot. You don't want it to look like a person. You're like, I want it to kind of look like a metal can a
I
little
want
bit.
it to be a little mechanical. Like, I want some whirring, you know?
Also, I want to note that the first time we had this conversation was also with some ex-friends of ours, and then they
Damn.
immediately
If you're
went-
listening, fuck you. Bam.
They're not.
You don't know that, but okay.
And then they immediately got into a fight about it because, like, the couple, there were a couple, they left the room and got into a fight because Madison brought this up.
Like, I'm just saying.
I got to be honest with you. I feel like you want it. You want something, but then like you're saying like, but that's not good enough.
Well, no,
like,
because
like nobody's gonna make you the perfect sex robot. You got to use what you got.
well, it's the philosophical question of artificial intelligence, right? Is it doing it because it actually is like an intelligent, conscious being, or is it programmed to mimic one? Ex Machina, we've seen it. Like,
Yeah. Or there's an AI episode of
I have not
Minefield
seen
on
it.
YouTube, so you guys should watch that. You can
and
go
like
that.
I wouldn't feel comfortable with it because it's like, are you like, the lines of personhood are so blurry, but I like the idea of fucking a robot conceptually.
So like a big kink would be like if Bridget got like a robot costume, you'd be down with that.
No,
I'm so confused. You don't know what you want.
it's not it's not about like it's not a costume. It wouldn't be
She's
real.
not a costume.
I think you're just laying out these
if
unrealistic
if I was a
standards.
psychiatrist, I would be saying this is a part of your need to be in control. You're like in
Yeah.
consent, but I don't want it to be a person. And I don't want it to say no, but I want it to consent.
No, I wanted to say no if it wants to say no.
I can't tell if she's blushing or she's
It's
just
really hot in here. I'm not
sunburned.
blushing.
It's hotter than shit.
It's hotter than shit, and I'm sunburned as fuck. But like, there's something kind of like sexy about a cyborg lady, right?
Okay, sure. I
like,
guess,
I guess.
yeah. But that exists.
What do you mean that exists?
It exists. The concept exists. There's working trials. There's like walking around sex dolls that have like AI
Yeah,
linked
but
to
I don't
Alexa
want it to
and
be a
stuff.
sex doll. That's the thing.
If it's
I
not
want
a
it to be-
person, then it's a sex doll.
I want it to be like a robot.
You want it to like be a robot that like does your taxes. You also fuck.
I want it to have a fully formed inner life that is not about having sex with
You
me.
want to have sex with a person. That's what you want. That's all it is.
It's also a robot. I don't
She just wants to
understand
have a
what's so
sex with a
confusing.
person that looks like a robot.
She's like, I want to have sex with a Gundam right now. It's a person. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Sorry.
Like, it's not a person.
All right, we're back to creepy. Okay.
I mean,
I think,
we
but,
never
like-
left creepy.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I'm
creepy
sorry.
in a whole different way.
I would
We didn't say what we were doing.
I would still fuck a ghost though.
you
Like
might
in
get the
Sims?
opportunity tonight.
I think fucking a ghost is more ethically.
Is that necrophilia kind of though?
No,
'Cause, I mean, I
person's
guess
dead.
it's not the body.
no, it's not the
though.
body. Necrophilia is related to the corpse.
So it's specifically a dead body.
Necrophilia, yeah.
But I think that's only because the concept of having sex with something dead without a body is not real.
It is in Sims, baby.
Yeah, it is.
oh God.
It is though.
I think that it could be. I don't think you can say it isn't yet because there hasn't been a living example to
Yeah.
give a term to.
But there might
so,
be.
So it isn't necrophilia, but it could be.
I don't think it is. I think necrophilia is specific to the corpse.
Well, it's not about thoughts, it's about definitions. And we don't have a living example to define the definition for it. The closest living word is necrophilia, so you're necrophilic adjacent.
No, I'm not.
Ew.
I'm uncomfortable with that. I'm just kidding.
You're
I
the one
would-
who's like, I'll fuck a ghost. That's what that is.
maybe not a ghost because I don't know what that would be like. Maybe like a demon. I feel like a demon.
There's got to be a word for that. It's got, and I'm all for it. That sounds great.
I feel like a demon would really know what it was doing.
Yo, you're really.
Like, would you consider it cheating, Bridget, if I had sex with like a ghost?
Yeah.
A ghost was a person,
But it's not anymore.
I mean, it still kind of is though.
and otherwise it's necrophilia.
Oh my God.
No, it's not. What about if it was a demon, Bridget?
I would still consider it cheating.
But what if the demon would be tempting me?
What if it was a robot?
What if it was a robot?
Like, I don't know. I feel weird about it.
The
I feel
complexities
weird
of
about it.
AI personhood. Like, is it a person? Is it a person? Is it a person?
And that's the part that intrigues you.
yeah. That's
Can it consent? I want it to.
well. I want it to be able to. I don't like necessarily want it to.
There's a word for it. It's not necrophilia.
What is
it's
it?
Spectrophilia.
Spectrophilia. Fucking grosser sounding.
Everything
Absolutely
you need to know
disgusting.
about ghost sex. From The Cut, 2014.
no.
I don't like the name of the article.
Make it stop.
Anyway.
I gave up men to have sex with ghosts from this morning.
Me.
It's on you. I can't.
So what are we doing
Can't
on
handle it.
this episode?
Is that a
except for-
fetish? Like fucking a ghost? Is that
Yes.
It has to be a fetish.
you guys heard of quicksand porn?
What is that?
Oh my god.
Is that like just along the lines of getting stuck porn?
No. So it's quicksand and the person's sinking and you're trying to like get them out or like have sex with them before they drown in the quicksand.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then like some
Ooh.
people like get weird, like I'm gonna go naked and just jump in that quicksand and die. Like
Okay.
I was like trying to find something to talk about on this recording. I was like looking at this Wikipedia article about this guy who was a cannibal and he put a Craigslist ad out for someone that would like let him eat him.
Yeah, I know.
And so he like found this person who like consented to being eaten by this man. And so they shared his penis together.
Yeah,
And then he killed him and then he ate him. And then he
Yeah.
went to jail for murder, which I guess he should have because he did murder a person.
I think it's lame that
But he consented to the murdering. And like that's not the first time that's happened that like someone has had like a sex thing where they want to be murdered.
Yeah, they did grill his penis and it like
I was about to
burnt.
ask, did they cook the penis? That's
They
what-
did
cooked
cook
the
it. Yeah, they cooked it.
well, at least,
he
at least they're
cooked
not
it.
savages, I guess.
You gotta at least boil it for safety.
And then so he killed the and then so the cannibal killed the man who responded to his Craigslist ad.
Yeah.
And then he like stored the parts of his body and like ate on it for like 10 months or something
Yeah.
before somebody
Yeah,
caught him doing it.
Exactly
He
what we'll
said
be doing
his
to the
biggest regret-
rich.
He said his biggest regret was like that he burned the penis and like that he was like cooking it, if I remember correctly.
Don't you
and
hate
then
when
it
you
was-
accidentally burn the penis? That's tough,
And it
man.
wasn't as like he didn't realize it was gonna be as like
When you
fragile.
don't know if it's going to be a gas burning stove or an electric stove, and sometimes it causes you to burn your penis,
it gets you
dude.
a little... Oh, and fun fact, that man is now a vegetarian.
he's still alive.
Yeah, in prison.
Wasn't it in like Germany or something?
Yeah, it was.
I feel like that's where all the cannibals are from, you know?
Germans, we don't hate you. Franny's dumb.
I'm kidding.
I can speak a little
Anywho.
German.
Congrats.
Say something.
So can
Say
something
anything.
that I'm talking about later.
Ich
Probably.
bin Kartoffel. I am potato.
Omelette du fromage?
That's French.
Yeah, it means eggs with cheese.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Treyway.
All right, so what are we doing here,
Okay,
guys?
so let's explain the concept. So, now this is a freebie, a free one we're throwing out there for you folks because we've been gone for a while and we think this is a cool concept. We want you guys to hear it. We are gonna do
What was
an
that?
occult
I had a hair in
true
my mouth.
crime.
He was doing his intro.
so sorry, Logan.
Bridget said, "What was that?" And I told her that I had a hair in my mouth.
He looks dead.
Here we go.
Like he's dying inside.
So, we're recording an occult kind of true crime style podcast because it's a big thing that Franny and Bridget really love,
Yeah.
and we also think it'd be cool to
and
listen.
Madison.
I have complicated
I was
feelings.
about to say, didn't you just tell me like I don't think I like true crime or I'm not sure how I feel about it?
I like true crime, but I also have complicated feelings about it.
Okay, so let me finish the intro.
God damn it, y'all.
So, we all bring a topic to the table, as well as we're going to, I don't know quite how yet, we'll do some Ouija board stuff at the end of this because I don't believe in quiche boards, but some people do.
Luigi board.
Yeah, Luigi boards.
It's a Luigi board.
Yeah,
It is-
it's-
Ouija board.
It's a Ouija
Mine,
board.
and I do want to say that the Ouija board that I brought with me is Hasbro TM. Therefore, it is not a spirit board. It is not a talking board. It is a real trademarked Ouija board. Only Hasbro can use that, and so can we.
Yeah,
Hey. Anywho's.
because I has one
'Kay.
bro.
Anyway, you're
Yeah,
saying way more
so,
important stuff.
Cool. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna post this here for free, but if you guys want to catch these, we're probably gonna do them like every couple of months, and we're gonna come together, have our own little topics that we bring that have to do with true crime, occult, whatever it may be, and discuss it at length. Try to debunk it, make fun of it. We don't know quite what because that's the whole point of discussion in the first place. But we're leaving this one here for free, and if you guys like it, please like it, like literally on the video. Email us about it, and who knows, maybe it'll be something where we post one for the specific Patreon stuff, which you guys can sign up for, or we'll maybe do one for Patreon and then one for YouTube, one for Patreon, one for YouTube. If you guys are super into this content, we'll do it more often.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also,
And like if you have like weird shit that you think is strange and unnerving.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's weird.
Great minds.
Then like, drop it in the comments or send me an email or something like that, and we will look at it and see what we think. If you have a conspiracy theory.
And if you're a robot who wants to have sex with Madison,
Yeah, and
let us know.
if you're working on a very advanced AI,
Or if you are a very advanced AI.
yeah, I don't know. I say I would do it, but I probably never ethically could because like it's too complex, man.
What do you mean? You just said you wanted to.
We don't need to unearth this topic again. Let's just put it to bed.
I have so much faith, and then she says things like that, and it upsets me. Anyway,
It's
Sorry.
gone to bed now.
It's asleep. We're not bringing it.
We're not waking it back up. Not tonight, motherfuckers.
Franny seems a bit on edge.
I got chills when you said that. I don't know why. Ooh.
I'm asserting dominance.
I feel like we're all on
Ooh.
edge because we're sweaty and it's like 1,000,000 degrees.
Right.
I'm not on edge.
At the break, I
You're
am
on edge.
stripping.
How am I on edge?
You just are.
I think she's just
Excited.
excited to share.
Okay,
This is
I am
essentially
excited
our
to
show
share.
and tell
Are
to
you
each
still on
other.
edge? Are you still on edge from like Synecdoche? Did you like recover mentally from that?
No.
'Cause I could tell everybody it was affected. We watched a movie. We'll talk about it eventually. That's not what this is about.
Synecdoche.
She cried on the
New
way
York.
home.
Did you really?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
also I'm very sunburnt and it was like hurting really bad and I couldn't get comfortable. And then also I'm like, everyone's gonna leave me or die.
Isn't that? It's a powerful ass movie. It really
Didn't they
is.
say that? That wasn't that like a line that basically Ellen was telling him like everyone's gonna that.
We can't talk about it right now.
We cannot turn this Occult podcast into the Synecdoche podcast.
Spooky time.
God damn it, Bridget, tell your goddamn story right now.
Ooh.
Well, pretty much the concept is like Logan said, we're each going to tell a story. We also didn't share our stories together prior to this, so we're just going to kind of do commentary.
Let me say
along
one
with
more
it.
thing. If you guys like this concept, you can just bring in our own topic. Let us know that too, because we can do other stuff. Like we could find crazy tales from the internet and tell each other about it, or
I like
find
that.
crazy Reddit threads or ridiculous, whatever it may be. So if you guys like this setup and style, please let us know.
We're still a movie podcast. Don't you forget it.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
can do
but
extra
I'm
stuff
just
too.
making-
We can have fun. We can do other things.
But yeah, we can do other things.
Yeah, we're still. I mean, we haven't posted in a month, but we're still a movie.
Yeah.
Put us in a
We're
box.
still ostensibly
The movie's closed, and so did we.
Oh, God.
Oh no,
But now we're back, baby.
the movies are not back yet, but we
But
are.
the drive-in was because we went.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, words for different time.
Yeah. All right. Tell us your story.
Okay, so now I'm a little nervous, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna work. Oh, so I was browsing the YouTube probably a couple weeks ago, and maybe longer. Quarantine makes it hard to tell what time is anymore. And I watched this video, this true crime video, because that's all I watch on YouTube. If you were wondering,
It says every American. That's all I watch. Literally everybody true criming all over the place. It's true though. It is true. It's the most popular concept for
is.
podcasts. That's why we're doing it. We're shelling out. And we continue.
Like, I go to sleep and Bridget like puts on some weird YouTube video about some disappearance, and I'm like, good night.
it's exactly what
and
happens.
they were never seen again, like Rob Gavigan style. Just like,
Yes, I
Yes.
used to watch him all the time.
dude, he's so great.
You kind of remind me of him in the face a little,
That is the best thing you've ever said to me. I appreciate
especially like right
that.
now with the hair.
I don't like the hair right now, but I want to be him, so that's fine.
I don't know who that is.
I feel like I've given you some pretty good compliments.
I know, yeah, you're bringing up my self-esteem. Unlike Franny over here, and definitely not Madison with your tattoo looks dumb. I don't need anyone.
Stop! Will you let it go?
God.
Will you let the tattoo thing go already? I
Not
told
a
you to get it.
chance. Not a chance. I'm gonna get that back tat, the one we talked about before.
Hell yeah! But I didn't know. I didn't know that it was a thing that you wanted when I said it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that doesn't change.
That's
what
how
I
we
said.
know it was your true opinion.
I know. I mean, it was true. That is my true opinion. I won't like back down from it.
And
but
you would have said it anyway. You're very opinionated, and I appreciate that.
thanks.
So don't backpedal and be like, "Get it." You know what? You know I should.
No, I mean, I think you should get it if you want it. My opinion notwithstanding.
yeah. True crime. Yeah.
True crime. Okay, So I watched this video on this person, and I was like, did that? Is that real? That can't be real. That was like completely so crazy. It could not be real. And so then I have been thinking about this podcast for a while because we've been talking about it for a while. And I was going to share a story with an ex-roommate. But I decided on this instead because it's fucking insane. It's more insane than that roommate story, which is pretty shocking. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad.
Will you tell us the story? Not the roommate story.
Madison, can you let me get to it?
Sorry.
You're just like, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Are you?
Yes.
You're not. I'm looking at you.
If I were on the edge of my seat for real, I would
All
be
right.
swallowing the microphone.
Hold on. I have to say something. The moment you close the door, instantly feels a million times better.
does.
Am
I
I
had a
wrong?
theory.
You're right.
It
I had a
does.
theory.
Fuck my ass. I like the long pause.
I like it too. Okay. Anyway, Bridget.
Anyway, so my story is about this person who has had many names throughout their lives, his life. So, who?
There was Hoof, McBabble Johnson.
Yeah. I'm just gonna read you the names, the different names.
Roll call.
Roll call. And this is not an exhaustive list. I'm sure there are more. But this person was born Amy Player, and eventually settled on Andy Blake many years later. Like, I think, doesn't matter when.
Hey, Bridget, you're trying so hard right now. Just have fun.
Yeah. I was like, so many names, 2 names later. Okay.
No, okay, I'm going to read the name list.
Okay, give us the names. Give us the names.
Okay.
Give us the names.
Show me
Victoria
the
Blitter, VB, Amy Player, Jordan Wood, Mr. Frodo, Voyager Babe, Padawan Sidious,
Padawan?
Padawan Sidious.
Padawan.
Padawan Sidious. If you know anything about Star Wars,
Padawan?
I don't.
it's Padawan.
Padawan? Daddy Wan?
Who won? Well, Patty won.
Daddy Wan?
Daddy won.
Oh my god.
Daddy Wan Kenobi?
How many people do we need for this golf tournament? How many? Just Caddy won. Just one. I hate myself.
That was so stupid. I hated it, but also
Really?
made me
Miss
laugh.
Patty won should not be talking.
Listen. Okay. Also, he went by Padawan S, Strider, but it's like Strider, but like the job.
What?
Like a writer, like what I am. A person who writes.
Okay, like writer with a pen.
Yeah. Not a writer. A writer.
That makes more sense. I was like
Thanks.
a writer.
Like a jockey?
Strider 139. Chris the Marine. This one's my favorite. Renegade.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be clear where the two
it's-
different words were.
Yeah, I got you.
Andy Blake and then Andy Van Fiction, which is and then became later known as Van Fiction on the internet. It's supposed to be short for Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Real stupid. I'm only saying this because this person is a total piece of shit.
No.
Okay.
What's the problem? What's happening?
That buzzing just a little bit of feedback.
Okay, gotcha.
She's like, it's buzzing. There's a microphone's buzzing.
I'm like
Why
over
didn't you
here
just say it?
stressing. You know, my anxiety told me I couldn't say it out loud.
You know what? That's fair.
She just like leans over and I just looked down and says, I heard Bridget's real name is Bananas. Like, what did you think the message was going to be?
I just anyways.
Banana phone.
I didn't want to interrupt Bridget.
Oh, she's so
Not
sweet.
not for headphone buzz.
I just tell us.
Okay, so
I just feel like it's taking a really long time to get to it, and you've been hyping the shit for like 3 days to me, and I just want you to tell it.
okay, so
Please take me there.
all right. So, Andy. I'm gonna refer to him as Andy because that is the last name. That is his current legal name.
Okay.
Current legal name.
Okay.
Wait, is he accused or convicted of a crime?
Yeah.
Then you have to call him Andy.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Why?
It has to do with defamation. I don't think we'd ever get caught for it, but it's probably best you call him Andy.
All right. Cool.
Call him by his Christian name.
So
We'll call him by his current legal name.
I know, I was
Current legal.
joking.
Unless his name's Christian.
We'll call him by his Christian
Yeah,
name.
exactly.
I was referencing
Boom!
something from mine that you guys haven't heard yet. So, like, that was
All
reference was just for me anyways.
Then it's not
Okay.
funny yet, and it won't be funny to anybody till later.
I
so
know. Anyways.
That's a little sleeper hit, y'all. That's just for you. Anyway.
So Andy was. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Andy was very active in like a lot of different fandoms. He used the Tumblr, and presumably still does. I think he's moved more to Facebook now because it can be more private, and he doesn't want people to like watch what he's doing because he's
That's very strange because
shifty.
Facebook is like the least private platform.
like.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean, like you can, I guess you have private Facebook groups and stuff, but like
that's
My
why.
uncle
Marky Mark is always watching.
My uncle sends me messages forcing me to share things on his Facebook. He's like, you need to share what I just posted. So I just wanted to say that real fast. Shout out to my uncle.
Is that Uncle Paul?
No, it's not. Uncle Paul's a
different
younger
one?
man. Yes. No, it's a different man.
Okay.
Older man.
Anyway, sorry, he's on Facebook
He sounds old. Like that sounds like something an old person would do.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. We're moving on now.
now. Can we just get back to the fucking thing?
Okay, so he was very active in like the Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Supernatural, Hunger Games, Star Trek Voyager, hence Voyager Babe.
Good show.
And hence
Good
Mr. Frodo.
Cap
He's like, I
America,
hate Lord of the Rings. Call me Mr. Frodo.
Game of Thrones, and something called Critical Role, which I don't know. Very
yeah.
much
It's a
about.
D&D podcast.
That's what I
That's
said.
what Madison told me in
I
the
feel
car.
like there was a person who used to work with us who was really into Critical Role, but I don't know who it is.
I think it might have been Stinky Hot Dog Water Boy.
Oh no.
No.
I think it was. No, seriously. I really do, because I remember a sticker on his laptop.
Oh, well, okay then.
Maybe there might be more, but he's definitely one.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Moving on.
So, our boy, no one's boy actually. This man started.
Boy, don't take ownership of this man.
Yeah, but like no, actually. So he started in Sharp and the Star Trek Voyager.
What is
fandoms.
Sharp?
I don't know.
Oh,
Sharpie,
okay.
Sharp. That's just what the internet said he started out in.
Sharp objects.
No,
Sharpay?
I mean he was in like
Sharpay from High School Musical?
There's
This
a show
was-
called Sharp Objects. That's why I thought maybe that's it.
No, because
I
it
feel
was
like
like
this is earlier than this.
1998 when he started out.
Fuck.
Okay,
these
anyway,
fandoms.
not that it matters.
He started these
Tuck.
fandoms, and he started, under the name Strider, again, like a writer. And he also had the alt account, Voyager Babe. And he sort of like fabricated a bunch of like achievements and like backstories for both these accounts that were not his own. And like he like said that they had been
Lying
through
on the
like,
internet.
I mean,
Can you
unsurprising.
What
imagine?
a fucking monster.
but it gets worse.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
It gets worse.
Gotcha.
But like he, said that they had been like through all these abuses and like, all these things that they had done, so
People love to do that shit on the internet.
they really do. But then in August of 2000, he retired the Strider persona, and in 2001 adopted Victoria Bitter. And so he started. So he met this girl.
What?
Just. I don't know why Victoria Bitter made me laugh,
That
but
sounds like a drag queen name.
I just was thinking
It
like
really does.
sachet. Like that's all I instantly thought it was like a drag queen. I was like, Victoria Bitter is a good drag name. So
It really is, honestly. So he met someone who became known. Well, her real name is, I believe, Abby. Abby Stone. It's Abby Stone. And she became known on the internet as...
Wait, did he meet her on the internet or did he meet her in physical person?
On the internet.
Okay. I think that distinction might be important.
It is. She became known as... I want to get this correct.
I love how you're like a court reporter right now.
I am. She became known on the internet as Orange Blossom Bramblebur.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? That's so nuts.
Yeah. And she actually fell into his grasps very quickly, as I understand it. She actually left her husband for Andy.
Without ever
But
physically
they
meeting?
met on the internet.
Yeah.
Wow.
She drove across she drove cross country to meet him, left her husband, and then invited Andy at one point to move in with her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yes. Correct. So
Sexting game much a lot better than mine when I was in 6th grade. So
big same.
yeah, I tried to find those. By the way, I couldn't find them.
Oh.
I couldn't either.
It's okay.
It's all right.
We'll live anyway. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. So she had already had this sort of like this website, this Lord of the Rings event friend thing going on, like where she would plan events, and it was called Bit of Earth. And
Was this online or?
it was online.
So, like, she would plan meetups for Lord of the Rings fans?
Yeah, and like events and
God
stuff.
bless her.
Okay, good for her.
Sorry. I just think what a valiant act. Back in the early 2000s, that shit was hard. No, seriously, it was so hard to hang out on the internet back then.
Like,
I'm sure it was.
also, like, I just want to circle back to this guy calling himself Mr. Frodo. Like, of all the Lord of the Rings characters, you pick Frodo?
Not only that, but like you've now entitled that it's his last name, and you're a Mister of some sorts. Like,
Well,
just,
they do call him Mr. Frodo.
just be like Esquire Frodo though. Like, give yourself something interesting. I'm Dr. Frodo.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying that, like, if I had to pick a Hobbit, I would definitely pick Samwise Gamgee. He's the best.
That's what
What?
This is the part where you say gay rights. I was waiting for you to say it.
Oh, it was just implied. I didn't think it needed to be said that Frodo and Sam were gay rights.
Okay.
They were, and they are, and they will always be.
correct.
I was
like-
just waiting for you to say it. That's all.
He carried him up the fucking mountain.
I'm sure one of the alternate deleted endings was them just getting down.
Like, I'm sorry if you can't tell me that wasn't gay rights.
I wasn't saying it wasn't. I was just waiting for you to.
No one
acknowledge it.
can. Like, if you're in the comments right now and you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to type up a comment about how Frodo and Sam were just best friends and not everything has to be gay all the time. I want you to hit that backspace button real quick because I don't want to hear it. It's
I mean, that is true for some stuff, but not for Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
not true for anything.
Okay, but that's what Orange Blossom Bramblebur.
I'm creating a crop top.
Amazing.
You do you, girl.
That's what she actually cosplayed as Samwise, and Andy would cosplay as little Frodo.
Little Frodo.
Little
They're all
Frodo.
little. They're hobbits.
Shut up. So she had
What?
already started
I'm so
this
hot.
in like
Yeah.
so. In 2002, I believe she had already had this started, and so the boy, Andy was like, and kind of started taking over this, and like they used
What?
it. That's what Madison says all the time.
Just like a little, like sometimes you just got to give it a little,
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how it sounded.
like that's you're conniving. You're like,
Yeah.
so he began to connive.
He began to connive and took over much control over this. And so they said it was a charity group, a Lord of the Rings charity
What?
group.
What?
Just you holding your
The
titties.
mundane, like very calm way she's talking. You're just like over here having a titty show.
No, they are not exposed.
I didn't say they were. They don't have to be exposed to have a party.
Okay, here's the thing. If we really must get into it and interrupt Bridget, I didn't wear a bra.
Oh, okay.
I didn't wear a bra.
Miss, hurry it up, lady.
I didn't wear a bra because I'm sunburned and it hurts my body. So I didn't wear one. But now it's really hot in here. It's 1,000,000 degrees in here. And sometimes you get boob sweat.
You know, you never bat an eye when somebody interrupts me or Franny, but because Bridget got interrupted,
It's
now
Bridget.
it's a problem.
Sorry.
So anyway, they began to do things like sponsor events like Project Eleanor in 2003, which was, okay, so little Andy said, how can I get attention from the actor that plays Samwise? What is he like?
I want to say he's a very sweet man.
He is.
Stranger Things was so good.
I went to
no,
he was at a comic convention thing that I went to, and he was there, and he was really nice, and he like answers people's questions in like a very nice way, and people were really excited that he played Rudy for whatever reason.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Where he's
That was like a big
it's
thing.
like a dumb thing that happens at conventions sometimes with him.
Yeah, like he was there, and like people definitely asked him about being like Sam, but like it was mostly like, but when you played Rudy though. But he's a really nice guy. He's great.
So they're like, I don't want to say they, because I don't really think that Orange Blossom
buttercream
Orange Blossom Bramble Burr was in on that necessarily. I think she was just doing it for the fun of the events and the community.
for the love of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Correct. Yes. But Andy was like, okay, what is he like? What is this man like? What is he an advocate of? Because, oh my God. Because he's a very big advocate for things. And he's like,
Don't we all advocate things? I advocate robot
He's
sex.
very big. He's not actually that small, Andy. He's a big advocate, like a big guy.
Like he's not actually short like he looks in the movies.
Yeah, he's big.
And
he advocates.
His feet don't look like that in real life.
I'm going to go pet my big advocate.
but he was like, okay, I'm like, how can I get this? Like, it was, I've read that Andy was not really in it for he wanted more of the Hollywood aspect, whereas
I'm shocked.
little Orange Blossom was more into like the excitement of meeting her hero. But they were like, okay, he really likes gardening. He's really a big advocate for like children reading, I guess.
I thought you were gonna say he's a really big advocate for gardening, and I was like, what does that mean? Does gardening need advocacy? Also, like him being an advocate for children reading. Who is an advocate for children reading?
Who is against it?
I am. I think children shouldn't read.
That leapfrog shit. Get it the fuck out of my kid's house.
Hungry
has his own
caterpillar turned my son gay. No more books.
But they
Clifford and the big red gay. Get that shit out of my house.
The rainbow fish, where do I even begin?
Yeah. No rainbows. No fish. This is good.
We watch TV in my house.
Yeah.
what is this, Matilda?
Netflix.
Netflix.
So Pam always mispronounces streaming services. She's like, get on to Hulu.
I was gonna say I love when people. I was
Netflix.
about to say like I love when people say the Hulu or the Netflix.
Or my favorite one is Disney Plus. Get on that Disney. Well, didn't he? Didn't he do it? Didn't he get on the Disney Plus?
Oh my God! Is there a water bottle I can have?
They're all orange flavored.
And they're all gone. I drank them all. They're
Oh
downstairs.
no.
Damn it. Okay, that's fine.
Do we need a moment?
No, it's fine.
Because we could probably take a moment real fast. I could
No, it's fine.
strike the lightning.
Bridget's in her stride. She's
That's
good.
true.
Let's do it.
I'm not.
After
I feel like I'm.
Here, let's just take a pause and we can get back in.
No, after Bridget will pause.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'll be fine. I don't need it immediately. I just finished my Pepsi.
All right. So he's this big advocate for these things, and so they're like, Andy's like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pitch him this like children's reading garden, and we're gonna.
He said it's the two things I love: children, reading, and gardening. How can I say no?
I think our brains are melting.
Oh my fucking god! I lost it.
Perfectly.
I lost it. Children reading in the garden.
Like, hey, bro, we heard you like children.
I'm
gardening.
reading a book about gardening in the garden.
Hey, bro, I heard you like kids reading and gardening, so we put kids reading about gardening in your garden for kids.
That exhibit meme is so fucking old, and I love it.
I know. I just showed my fucking age.
Anyway.
And they
Holy
said that they
shit.
were gonna like play like the Twin Towers, and it was gonna be like a whole.
Wait,
thing.
they're gonna play the Twin Towers. What are you talking about?
You mean the two towers?
the Two Towers.
I was like, what are you talking about?
All right, you two stand up and live on towers.
No.
There'll be an airplane that crashes into you guys.
Oh my god, Frodo and Sam kill Bin Laden. Like, first we took the ring to Mordor.
Dude, Hobbit Team 6, though.
I know. The death squad that killed Bin Laden was actually the Fellowship of the Ring.
Ring Team 6.
I hate all of you.
Have you ever seen Lord of the Rings, Bridget? Okay, I was just checking.
I have not.
Dude, they were playing the Twin Towers. I can't.
They were gonna play the Two Towers, all right, and they're gonna do something else, but then they mishandled the money.
Shocked.
And they didn't do that.
Also, why the Two
And-
Towers, not Return to the King? I'm just saying.
It's a good point. Return
Like,
of
if you're
King's
gonna
the
do
best
it,
one.
you should do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Two Towers isn't even that good.
I mean, it's okay, but like, you should have played Return of the King.
And I guess like the actor who plays Samwise was like pissed at them. Like he was not happy. He was not.
There are
thrilled.
no children. There are no gardening, and now
No,
you're
there
making me relive 9/11.
And you crashed into the World Trade Center? Fuck!
But there was.
I never had this problem when I was playing a football star.
I should have just kept playing Rudy.
Should have made the Rudy sequel.
Yeah, fuck.
The garden was made. It's just they didn't have like enough.
Children in it?
I don't know, enough funds for an event. TM.
Wait, hold on. We're going to stop there. How on earth, how expensive can it be to get
I don't know.
low and endowed children, inner city kids, to a fucking garden? How expensive can that be? One bus will solve the problem.
I don't know.
Well, their parents probably weren't into it since they were like doing the whole Twin Towers
Yeah,
thing.
it's
And that,
like, we're
that
not
was
into
a
this
little
whole
insensitive.
our kids seeing 9/11. Not too great on that.
Anyway,
Holy shit.
so Andy began to claim. I believe this is actually before. I'm a little backtracking now. Before
Wait,
he
what?
met.
What was that?
Me finishing the last.
Oh,
little
I thought you
drops.
said something. I was like, what?
This is before he met Orange Blossom. So he began to claim he had like psychic abilities because like didn't we all? But also this was a full-grown man. So I think actually he identified as a woman at the time. Doesn't matter. So he began to convince friends and like online followers that Tolkien's works were actually the history of a really long forgotten world that was revealed to Tolkien when he found the.
Tolkien is the writer of Lord of the Rings, by the way.
Did we
I
not
am
all know
aware.
that?
What'd you say?
Did we not know that? all of us.
There are people that will listen to
I wasn't
this.
saying that for you, Bridget.
There are
okay.
I was
people.
saying that for
Hello?
the
There are
fans.
people who will listen to this podcast who definitely don't know.
Well, now you know.
I know. I liked Bridget's little
You are
sassy.
so
I'm aware.
defensive.
Like
You are so defensive. Have I ever not had Bridget's best intentions in my mind?
Shut it.
Okay.
all All right. So apparently this was, the history, and it was revealed to him when he discovered the Red Book of West March. That is what good old Andy is claiming. So Andy said that he had the ability to channel a number of the characters / souls from the world, especially hobbits, and would conduct something called spirit battles, which I'm not really sure what that is, but he also later claimed that he could channel Elijah Wood.
So not only...
Now, a lot of people may think it's Daniel Radcliffe he could channel, but it was actually Elijah Wood.
Just
Right.
like him as a person
That
who
meme
is
is
alive.
so good. Elijah Wood and Daniel Radcliffe just constantly flipped.
Even though Elijah Wood is still alive, he was like, yes, I can channel Elijah Wood.
Imagine he's like
Nice.
walking around, he's freezes like, whoa,
Being channeled.
Whoa.
I'm Elijah Wood and I'm being channeled right now.
And like he convinced a fair amount of people on the internet that he could do this, including, but not limited to,
Orange Blossom.
2 other people that are kind of key players in this, at least. So he moved to Oregon, and
with Orange Blossom?
no,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
with Orange Blossom.
Because I just remember her asking him to move in, and so I wanted to be clear.
Yeah. And he began to form and lead a group that was centered around this like channeling beliefs.
A group
and, like,
or a cult?
some would say a cult. And he began to kind of, he called it Bagginders.
What's Bagginders mean?
Like his call.
Frodo Baggins.
It was the Bagginders.
Oh, okay.
So they were the Bagginders?
You see, I'm
Yeah.
not going to get the references. I've never watched any
See,
of that.
that's my point. Everybody's too defensive. I'm just saying, you have to explain what Lord of the Rings is to some people.
I feel
You
like
do.
that fell flat. That fell flat. 'Cause it was supposed to be I thought it was going to get a laugh, but it didn't.
That's so cute.
The Bagginders.
The Bagginders.
She's like teeing it up,
Ridiculous.
waits for applause.
teeing it up, and then misses.
Yeah. Which sounds like my experience
Aw.
in T-ball as a child.
Aw.
So could not fucking
So
hit
him
that
and the
ball.
Bagginders are hanging out in Oregon.
Yeah. So there was Abby Stone, which is Orange Blossom Bramble Burr. And which is, if that's not the most fucking warrior cat's name I've ever heard in my fucking life. And
I associate Orange Blossom with Strawberry Shortcake. She was that bitch. She smelled like oranges. Strawberry Shortcake's like Black Friend.
like
What?
Orange Blossom was Strawberry Shortcake's friend, and she was like the only black one in the bunch. What?
nothing.
I'm just okay.
I thought
What's
I
wrong
saw
with that?
something skitter.
I thought I saw something
No.
skitter too.
No. No.
No, it was a spider, I think. I just didn't want Madison to freak out.
I also
Kill it.
thought I saw something.
Find it and kill it.
No, I imagined it.
I'm not finding it, nor am I killing it.
Whatever, but anyway, Strawberry
Anyway.
Shortcake had a friend, and her name was Orange Blossom, and she smelled like oranges. What?
I don't like the fact that you guys saw something skitter, that's all.
Well,
Ooh.
yeah, it looked like it was just like a small bug of some kind.
So Abby and Andy were dating as well. They were dating.
Yes, we knew.
Did I say that?
Yeah, because you said she left her husband for him.
Oh, that's true. And
We
then,
might need to pause for
No,
Franny's sake.
it's literally fine.
You don't get the pick for everybody else. If she wants to pause, we're going to pause.
Do we need to pause?
This is a big room. That's a small spider.
I feel like I'm not even 100% that I saw it. I feel like it might have been the cord as well. Like, I don't know. Like, I saw it and ignored it, but then Bridget said something. But it wasn't big enough to be like a mouse.
No, it was definitely a spider.
Okay, let's continue.
I'm sorry, I've traumatized Franny.
I know, that's why I was...
see him anywhere.
It'd be great if he couldn't be referred to as him for Franny's sake.
What would you like me to call him?
Just let's not reference him or anyone anymore.
Okay. So, and then they also had another member named Janine Rennie, who went by Turimal.
By what?
Turimal.
Spell that?
Turimel. Turimal.
Terminal?
Turmeric?
Anyway. So around this time, Blake began to claim his soul had died and was replaced by the duplicate soul of Elijah Wood.
Poor Elijah Wood. Why is he in this?
I don't know. So
Franny, are you all right? You're making me nervous.
It was. I promised you, it was just a spider.
Okay, if you promise.
I swear, it was just a spider.
You're just over there like,
Listen, we live right by the river. Critters.
so
get
what? It
in.
was a fish?
No, critters get in.
Okay.
Aston's got her bully hat on.
Old
today.
house
I'm
right
hot.
by the Ohio River. What do you expect?
No, I swear to God, it was a spider.
Okay.
I promise on my own life. I promise on Madison's life.
Wow.
I'm that's how certain I
My
am.
life.
Okay, we can continue. It's fine.
Okay. So he claimed his soul had died and was replaced with the duplicate soul of Elijah Wood.
Yikes.
A dupe. So like there are Divinity. There's 2 Elijah Woods now.
Yes.
How does that? No, it's fine.
Don't I cannot tell you.
I got some questions for.
Which one's the
Mr.
real
Frodo.
Elijah Wood?
So then in November of 2020, I'm sorry, nope. 2002.
I was like, that definitely
I
hasn't
was
happened.
like, wow, this story went from kind of a slow pace to like jumping the fuck ahead.
Also to a time that has yet to happen.
In 2002, Victoria Blake, if you guys no, not Blake. That's him. I'm sorry. Victoria Bitter, if you remember.
I thought
you
that was
call
him.
Her. Yes.
I feel like Franny's still low-key looking.
I'm just not
And
going to
you're
not
making
look
me
at my
really
own
nervous.
feet because I'm scared of something touching my feet.
So why don't we pause? You can get some shoes. We'll be right back.
All right. Okay. I'm
All
fine
right,
with that.
All right. We're going to...
And we're back with more spooky stuff.
I think we're all feeling a lot
Hey.
better now because we
Yeah.
have ice packs.
Madison's a little bit nicer to me right now. I'm articulating my words a little bit better now.
Yes.
The atmosphere has improved. I have
Yes.
water to drink.
I have a lemon flavored water.
As do I.
Eh.
As do I.
I have less layers of
Can I have one of
clothing.
those Jolly Ranchers?
Dude, yeah.
Non-sponsor.
She meant a rancher who's like super like lit. He's like a nice guy.
He's a happy man.
Yeah, he's super jolly.
Well, I guess a rancher could be a woman. Rancher is gender neutral.
I mean, I was just.
I mean,
Did you just fanfic the story I wrote in 3 seconds and did gender swapping in my Jolly Rancher?
I'm sorry.
No, I commend it. Creativity all around.
Okay, speaking of fan fictioning things,
Yes. So, they started the group called. Oh wait. All right. I know where I'm at. It's fine. So, Victoria, one of his alter egos, Andy's. So she made a post on her last post online in November 2002, and then faked a suicide.
Would you be upset if I asked you a question real fast?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I want to see your reaction. After I asked that question, I'm like, what's she going to say? Yes. So, how did the actor who played Sam, did he like get a restraining order on them after that? Or was he...
I don't know. I didn't.
I mean,
look
think
into
about
that.
a fake event being thrown, and you're like, I'm a big deal. I'm Sam in Lord of the Rings, and I'm here, and they fucked this up. I'm Rudy.
I'm Rudy.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
that'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to find out.
It would be
Like
interesting.
his take on all this.
Yeah, honestly, like,
Yeah.
hey, if you want to come on the podcast, just let us
Like-
know.
Wise Gamgee, if you're listening.
You can only come on as Sam though. You can't. You got to come on in character or Bob. I'm cool with
Or
Bob
Rudy.
too.
No?
This is not a sports podcast. I'm not about that.
All right.
He said it's not a sports podcast.
Yeah.
We could be.
No.
We're not.
No.
Subscribe to our Patreon and I'll do a sports episode just
I
for
will
you.
tell you what, you give
Madison a load,
if
though.
one person gives $1 to our Patreon, I am not shitting you. We will have at least one sports episode for you. And it'll be directed towards you. You just send us your sports clips from high school and we'll commentate.
Amazing.
We know
yes.
nothing about sports, so it'll be great.
Hey, I know you're right. I know more than you do, but that's not much.
You don't know that you know more than me.
You just said you know nothing, and I know
nothing.
more than nothing.
I said we collectively know nothing.
Okay, but you
You
only
don't know that you know more than me.
you don't know that I know nothing.
Yeah, but you also don't know that you know more than me. Don't make us.
You said collectively
know.
nothing.
Man, I was an athlete, all right?
Okay.
Landon, Banana Phone, sports stuff. If you're listening,
Anyway,
I was an athlete for elementary school, then kind of middle school.
I played lacrosse. It was fun.
I
Richard was an
ran.
athlete.
I ran, and then
Everybody knows. You're the only one.
Just because I don't
did
play
basketball.
sports.
You're
doesn't
the
mean I
only
don't-
one. You're left out. You're the odd one out here.
Okay, whatever.
Don't you feel bad about yourself now?
No.
I didn't think so.
so after Victoria made that post and faked a suicide.
And when we say Victoria, we're talking about Andy.
Andy, yes. Andy as Victoria did this. Blake moved on to being Jordan Wood. And so he created a live journal account where he wrote as Elijah Wood, acting like he was
live journal.
acting like he was in a secret relationship with Dominique Monaghan. Monaghan?
Montague?
I don't know.
Who is that?
I'm not. Let me look it up.
That sounds familiar.
Like, I guess that was a thing at the time. Like, there were a lot of
Dominique
people
Montague.
shipping.
Isn't it Montague though? I think. I don't know.
And it was called, I think it was like Elijah or something.
Disgusting.
Who would write about their own relationship? We're so happy, aren't you guys jelly? Like just like 3 pages of that. Franny, you should write a blog about our relationship.
Yeah, let me get right on that.
You're right, you couldn't write. So
I was still uncertain who he is. Upon looking at pictures, I think maybe he was. Oh, he was in the Lord of the Rings movie, I guess. It shows how much I know.
What's his name?
Dominic Monaghan, like the guy who, like the same last name as the guy who plays Ian in Shameless.
Okay.
Cameron Monaghan or whatever.
Oh, okay. He played Merry in Lord of the Rings.
Gotcha. Cool. So this attracted attention from Elijah fans, and they sort of.
dumb Elijah, it just makes me cringe.
Terrible.
So hard.
That's what it was called. And so they kind of jumped on this boat as well.
Bridget, do you ever think about like how if we were like had a couple shipping name, we could be Midget?
You guys yelled at me in the last podcast for accidentally saying midget. I don't know if you remember that. You guys were so mad that I said midget. How do you know I wasn't just talking about you two? We'd be what was it? Frogan or Tarnelli.
I like
Amazing.
Frogan better.
Oh. Okay, so and after this, Blake decided to fake his own death. In October of 2000.
Wait, after he had already faked his death once?
As a different
yes,
person.
but
God.
like as himself.
Like, why? What are you trying to escape?
He wants attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he faked his own death in October of 2003, sending his parents a suicide note, and he legally became like a missing person.
Damn.
He also attempted to get fake IDs under the name Jordan Wood, which caused some, like, the police were like, that's weird. I guess it just said there's, like, it got interest from the police or whatever. Mm-hmm. Didn't go into detail.
Wait, so I have a question. How does, like, orange bloss
Yes.
butter?
No. Bramble Burr.
Orange Scrabble.
Whatever her fucking name is. Does she know
we can
about
just
this
call-
whole? Does she know about this whole death faking business?
Presumably, yes.
Okay, so she's in on it.
We can just call her Abby Stone. Let's just call her
Yeah,
Abby.
you were trying to make her sound like an innocent earlier, but she's like letting him fake his deaths.
I think also she was like said that she was like suffering from depression and like a lot of different mental
So was
illness.
he.
And also,
definitely.
according
Absolutely.
to Madison and Bridget, a woman can never do
No,
any
no, no, no,
wrong.
that's not what I meant. That's not what we're moving on. We're moving
Not what
on.
we're talking about.
That's not what I was just gonna point out the fact that she
mean,
doesn't
like-
get a pass because he doesn't get a pass.
Well, yeah, I was just trying to figure out
Yeah.
what her role was in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying that is because up until now I was under the impression she was a bit of an innocent, but now I know she's
And then
not.
she was
That's all
being
I'm
like
saying.
manipulated.
Yeah.
Which I mean, she probably was
she
being
is,
manipulated,
but
but
like she also like
was a participant.
yeah, definitely was a precipitant.
A recipient.
And I fucking know.
You killed yourself for me? Thank you.
And like she later writes like this blog where she talks about what happened and where she's like very open about her role in all the abuse and like kind of owning up to it, which is cool. Because there is a lot of abuse. Yikes. So
All right.
I mean as mostly happens in cults.
So at the
Yeah.
end of this, is this guy Onision?
Ooh.
Franny, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're using the mic as a headrest.
Just something I do.
She's like, just something I do.
Yeah.
So, Bit of Earth began to sponsor something called Tintmoot. I don't know what that means.
Is that another pause for applause there?
Just like I didn't know if you guys would have any reactions.
I
to
really
that.
wish I still had the applause sound button because every single time you do that, I would hit that bitch. I swear I would just for you.
Tintmoot.
But it was an event called Tintmoot. It was supposed to be like a Lord of the Rings con happening in Oregon, where Andy still lives in like December of 2003.
Well, he's meant to be dead, but okay.
He's going by Jordan right now.
Okay.
Jordan Wood. So they booked actors and bands and solicited money from fans. Again, going under the guise of like charity. Jordan Wood and Abby Stone were in charge of like the booking, the travel, and like the venue, etc. And so Jordan and Abby told another Bit of Earth member, if you remember, Janine,
Yes.
drum roll. They told them, I don't know their pronouns, that I think it was like Norwegian Air that they went through, had like canceled they had been going under free. Like they had been apparently using their charity sort of like voucher or whatever to get free tickets according to Andy. And then the airline was like, hey, yeah, that's not, we can't do that anymore. And so it was
That's a thing that happens.
right.
I'm like, hey, we're gonna let you fly for free, but just kidding, we're not.
Right.
Franny, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
He looks asleep.
No, I'm just looking down.
Oh. I'm just concerned about you over there.
I'm all right now that I have my ice pack.
Ice pack.
But they told her
yes.
that they backed out of having them fly for free. And
Oh no.
so in order to save the con, this member, Janine, paid for all the airline tickets.
Of course she did.
She wanted to save the con, especially because like a lot of the actors I think were flying over. That was like a lot of what the Oh No was about. But then she figured out that the tickets never had been set up in the first place. So she tried to cancel, but 3 actors had already arrived and found that they had no lodging. And they're pissed.
Oh my god.
So the entire, it was a shit show, right? If anyone remembers DashCon,
DashCon, do not bring it up.
Fucking TanaCon. That's a disaster. Fire Fest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like,
This is why, like, you should not let these little nerds in charge of these things.
No.
Like, leave it to the professionals, kids.
If we ever become
Correct.
good enough to have a meet and greet, you can guarantee it will be outsourced. The job to
right,
pull
someone
it
else
together.
is managing it.
There
if
will
you
be
send
an
me
adult.
an email like, hey, come to this fan-run thing, I'm going to be like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
like,
Sorry.
so the entire con was canceled, like, I think maybe a few days before it was supposed to happen.
Imagine you're like a busy actor who's been in prolific work such as Lord of the Rings, and you
Because,
get there
yeah.
and they tell you it's canceled, and also there's nowhere for you to sleep.
Like,
the
3 different
fuck?
actors. I guess a guy who played, like, an orc, and then Samwise.
Generic orc man.
Anyway.
Wait, did you say Samwise?
Yeah, Samwise.
He's involved again? Did you
Yes.
learn nothing?
Rudy.
No.
Oh god.
Well, I guess also he's using a different name, but still, did you learn nothing from the children guarding 9/11 fiasco? Those
God.
kids did 9/11 and you didn't learn?
Those kids did a 9/11.
So the entire con was canceled a few days before it was supposed to happen when they, when little Orange Blossom, I can never fucking remember her name, Abby Stone, claimed that Jordan had been hospitalized from a suicide attempt. Surprise, surprise.
We'd love to fall back on that one.
This has been, what was it, like
Like 4 times?
4 times? Yeah. So then, Janine called the Oregon police and they investigated Abby and Jordan.
They were hot on the trail.
Hot on the
The
trail.
Oregon Trail.
I feel like Oregon is exactly where all cults occur. Like, if anybody wants to fuck around, start a cult, I'll be in Oregon. You know where to find me.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That or like any place where like, you know, big churches are.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they
Got to be out there in the Oregon fields, waiting for some people to come frolic them with me. Let's start a cult.
Oh my god.
Do you guys think we could transform this thing into a cult?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
What is it going to be about? What is their praisings? What do they do?
Like, what is our belief system here?
Do they just act sad and hold a martini? That's all we have.
That's all we got.
That's our fucking identity. They tell people that everything's cop propaganda and drink martinis. Oh shit. That's about it.
Whatever the fuck Vanilla Sky was trying to do, that's what our cult is based on.
Exactly. One day they'll all be cats.
I could totally lead a cult.
Wow. Okay.
I just think that I could.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want me to
How
say?
hard can it be?
Do it. Like, what do you want me to encourage the act? I don't know what you want me to say. Yeah, get out there. Show them what you're made of.
Like, I could just like grow my hair long and like part it down the center, and we're halfway there.
I think you have a strange understanding of what cults are. I don't think you have a full collection.
It's mostly about appearances. The beliefs don't matter as long as you appear to have them. That's the whole thing about a cult. You just make it up as you go along.
Which
Man.
is exactly what Andy seemed to be doing.
As long as you appear to know what you're doing, it doesn't matter. You just got to find some vulnerable people and speak confidently.
Lord. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, anyway.
So they were investigated for charity fraud and identity theft, and they were put on probation or banned from doing charity work with a bit of Earth or any charity in Oregon.
I mean, they never
Oregon.
did charity work, so not that much of a change.
And I had one source to say that after that they moved to California, but I'm not sure if that's actually what happened. So during the tent
She's
move
just yawning.
No, just,
tobacco.
I don't know what that was.
Oh my
Sorry.
god!
I just need Franny to say things. I'm concerned about you over there.
I'm good.
You look like
Franny.
on the verge of sleep and
no,
we're
I'm
bored
not tired.
to death.
I'm not
Franny.
tired. Yes.
Say
Are you
something-
bored to death?
Say something
No.
witty.
I can't just do it like that.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sweating so much that my ice bag is like starting to melt.
You don't have anything what you say?
Not at this moment.
Okay,
I'll keep you posted.
How do you get a blonde to laugh on a Friday?
I don't know how.
You tell them the joke on Wednesday.
That was disgusting. Get out of here.
That's funny. That's
It's really
good stuff.
It's really not that funny. I just wanted there to be noise.
Okay.
Fair
Sorry,
enough.
Bridget. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's
I just
okay.
was concerned about Franny over there.
Good.
I miss her witty banter.
It's coming.
So during the tent moot debacle, it came to light that Victoria and Jordan were the same person and also not dead. So.
And also not what?
And also neither were dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that also happened. So then around the same time as the tent moot stuff, Blake claimed that his soul died again.
Elijah Wood's soul.
This man is a mess.
Yes. And
Also, like, where are people with brains? Like,
So
where
his
are
soul-
the people with brains?
His soul, which was also Elijah Wood's soul, is dead again.
yes.
Poor Elijah Wood.
I think it's Elijah Wood duplicate soul.
Defecated? Is that what he said? I think Elijah
Words are-
defecated.
Really hard for me right now, apparently. But the duplicate soul, I guess, died. I don't know. I don't know where the logic is here, but it died again and was replaced with a copy of Orlando Bloom's
What's
soul.
wrong? Like, just say it.
I was trying to just say it quietly.
She
I
said
just wanted the
donuts.
donuts.
Distracting, Franny. Just
God.
say it aloud.
Powdered donuts make me go nuts.
So he's
Being
Orlando
too
Bloom now?
loud.
Yeah, so the
We
soul
realized
was-
that Legolas was cooler.
Yes. He decided he was Orlando Bloom, and that
What?
I think it just sunk in what I said.
Just decided to be Orlando Bloom. And I'm just like, me too.
What? How many mental illnesses does this man possess?
I don't know.
What in the meth is going on here?
The methamphetamine.
What in the meth?
So he began. At this point, he legally changed his name to Andrew Blake because it sounded similar to Orlando Bloom.
No, it doesn't, but okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you serious? That's really why?
Yeah.
He needs somebody to pull him aside and be like, if you're gonna have all these different like agencies and ideas and names, can you like try to pick them better?
Yeah.
I don't see how Andy Blake sounds like Orlando Bloom.
He should have done the porn name rule. You take the street you live on and your first pet, and that's your porn name.
Residence.
Pick your first street you lived on, your first
Yeah.
pet. Try it.
It's the
Residence
pet
New
name.
Year.
Residence New Year. Oh my god.
Wait, so is it street name then pet, or is it pet then street name?
Pet then street name.
Oh, wait,
New
I'm
Year
sorry.
Residence.
New Year Residence, yeah.
Wow.
Jumper Mayfair?
So mine is either I lived many places with many pets, so it's either Daryl Kenwood or Max Fairfield. My friend is Little Mama Garden.
This is a man, by the way.
Yeah, and my dad's would be Kiko Flicker.
I love it.
Also, mine is Sophie Highland. Why is that just an actual porn
It's
name?
an actual porn name.
Amazing.
I still love Little Mama Garden.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
will
named
compare.
my-
This is so good.
I named my little dog Jumper.
Oh.
And so I would be Jumper Mayfair.
Jumper Mayfair. That's not that bad of a name, honestly.
Jumper's
That's not
pretty
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
Jump for a porn name? That's not that crazy.
Okay, I have seen it before where it's like your middle name and the street you live on. And if that were mine, then that would be really good because I'd be Jacqueline Galbraith, and that sounds like a classy porn name.
Dwight would be, if we used Dwight in this street, it would actually, well, whatever street, we're not going to be living here soon, but Dwight Foot.
Dwight Foot.
Dwight Foot.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So good. Anyway. You
But
can only
he picked
imagine.
Andy Blake.
That's it. You can only imagine which like section of porn that Dwight would be involved in if his name was Dwight Foot.
Ooh,
Yeah, feet.
Hate
yeah,
that.
fucking a robot, totally fine. The existence of feet, out of the question.
Correct.
Tarantino, disgusting. Anyone who
Yes.
has sex with an actual robot passes.
That's not true. Not as it stands.
Not
Not in our present landscape.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I still don't see how Andy Blake sounds like Orlando Bloom, unless it's like
Andrew Blake.
Yeah, I still don't get it. Like
Yeah, she just-
Lando, Andy, I guess.
I don't know.
What about like Orlando, so like Lando, because that's a name.
I mean, it's not unless you're in the Star Wars universe.
It's totally a name.
No.
It is now.
I mean, yeah.
It's not like crazy to be named Lando. I've met many people named Lando now, thanks to Star Wars.
Huh.
Or like Landon. Like, why wouldn't you pick like
hi,
Landon?
Landon. Banana phone.
Like how about like Landon Broom?
Yeah, Landon Broom would be good.
When I used to teach a youth group back in the day, I had a child there that was literally named Anakin.
It happens.
Oh God.
It happens.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic either. So Janine, remember her? She later wrote a book called "When a Fan Hits the Shit."
That is a terrible, terrible book name. I
And it
want to
was
talk
about-
to her editor because we should not have let that go through.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying to say something to like Alexa or like Siri, and she fucked it up royally.
When a fan hits the shit. God.
Yeah, and it's about her whole
I'm
experience.
thinking about Synecdoche, New York, which we watched last time, when he's like, you got to pay attention to the title. The title's going to mean something.
Exactly.
Oh, but it doesn't.
Doesn't.
So Blake claimed to channel over 160 souls. The ability became known as the Mind Hole.
The mind hole.
Yes, the Mind
That sounds
Hole.
like a sex thing.
It does.
Wow. Observant. I think that sounds sexy.
I didn't say sexy. I said it
said
sounds like a sex thing.
I'm standing by what I said.
Don't they call it like when you... I've never done ketamine, but like...
What the fuck?
But no, like when you're having like a ketamine like experience, don't they call it the K-hole?
Yes, they do.
Huh? Maybe
Maybe-
it's related.
Anybody out there ever done ketamine? What was it like? Tell me about that.
One of the cooks at Livino told me that when he
At where now? You're just outing them.
I didn't say which.
There's like
I
four.
think you should end the story now.
Goodbye. I have to go. I have to change my name. I have to quit my job. Anyway, he told me that he.
I'm saying you
You're
probably
gonna
shouldn't
keep
say
telling
the
the
story.
about the ketamine.
Yeah, let's
You
not.
No,
said
I
where he
anyway.
works. Oh,
He-
okay. Back to your story, not the dude
Okay,
at the
okay.
place.
Oh my
Thank you.
God! You guys haven't.
You said it, Bridget.
No, I said anyway. He meaning Andy.
Well, you were just
Okay.
talking about a man at a restaurant.
I'm sorry.
Insert
It's a
restaurant name here.
now?
At a place.
Oh, please.
Uh,
Oh, please. Bridget's fine. This is fine. Let's move on.
Okay. So anyway, he meaning Andy. Physically and mentally abused the people he was living with.
Yeah, no
you know,
shit.
members of the cult.
How many people was he living with at this point?
It was not made clear to me.
Mm.
At least,
Tree.
little. What's her name? Abby?
Orange Blossom.
Orange Blossom. So the group fell apart, and Blake released a lengthy statement in March of 2007 that he was leaving fandom. Unfortunately, that did not happen.
Unfortunately.
Because in 2008, Blake reappeared under the name Than Fiction, which is, again,
Stranger than fiction.
yeah, Stranger Than Fiction,
Stupid.
in the Harry Potter fandom.
Hi, I'm Mr. Dan Fiction.
So then he wrote Dumbledore's Army in the Year
Just realized
of
my
Darkness.
laugh was not. It's just that whole thing.
He said, ha ha ha.
Just like the worst shit ever.
So he wrote Dumbledore's Army in the Year of Darkness, which is an epic fanfic, I guess.
Was it epic?
Like epic isn't long, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I know.
And the story grew a large following and spawned an extensive universe called the Dadeverse.
Dadeverse?
Dadeverse, yes.
Oh, okay.
Dumbledore's Army in the Year of Darkness.
verse.
Dadeverse. Yeah.
Oh.
The dad verse?
Yeah.
So this is my favorite part. Than Fiction or he claimed as, the end fiction, to be an Irish genius to have fought in the militias in the Trouble.
Like, what do you mean the Troubles?
I think that's what it said. I didn't actually even like.
That's vague.
Aren't you the one who wrote this?
I was taking notes. No, I meant that's what the article I read said. I'm assuming it's like an Ireland
when you read it, what did you pull from it? What did that mean to you?
I thought it was like a war or something.
We could have just said that.
Anyway,
was he in the IRA? Was that what happened?
I don't know. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
And that a woman who he loved, named Louise, which is subsequently Abby's middle name, had abandoned him and taken their son, which actually was a sparrow.
A little bird.
Like, in reality, she took their pet sparrow.
Can you even keep sparrows as pets?
Can you keep sparrows as sparrows?
Stop.
I don't think I like these people.
Yeah, but he, exaggerated it and was like, she took my son.
I mean, maybe that sparrow was like a son to him.
Maybe
Maybe.
that sparrow named Pero meant something to him.
Maybe that sparrow was was channeling the soul of his unborn son.
You know what? Maybe.
We just don't know.
We just don't know. We'll never know. So he also said that he had a heart condition and would die soon.
It's broken.
Yes.
That's the condition. She broke it. It's brokey.
She broke it when she took my sparrow son.
My sparrow named Pero.
Pero the sparrow.
So he used the con, the whole heart condition con, to get people to pay him more and to visit him. So he
to pay him for what? Like a service?
No, just to give him money.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about Pero.
You gotta please donate to my GoFundMe so I can emotionally recover from the death.
Guys, if you donate to our Patreon, we'll be sure to get Pero back.
There's this girl that I dated, and her name was Cridget. And she stole our son from me.
Oh, no.
What was the son's name?
Sonny. And she stole him. And with
thought you
your
were gonna say
donation
Baug.
of...
How about blog? Blaug.
But that only works because they don't know that the gecko's name is Smaug.
I have a gecko named Smaug. He's my son. He's a bastard. He bites me.
Yes.
Anyway,
she stole him, and for a small donation of $100 a month, we can fight to get him back from the evil Cridget.
So he actually started to build a second cult around Dade.
Dade?
Dade.
Who's Dade? The fan fiction.
I'm like, are you fucking listening at all? Because I know exactly who Dade is.
Dade was a
she
person.
broke it down and everything.
I thought Dade was a person for a second.
No. And so his so-called channeling abilities were now known as the Hellmouth.
Like from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I want to say yes, but I don't have confirmation of this.
Okay. I know that now because I've seen a whole season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
The followers are now known
Pat
as...
cell phone back.
Yeah.
As Dadians.
Look at me go.
Look at me go. Whole season.
They're known as what? Dadians?
Dadians.
They should have called them Dadies.
I hate it. So Andy played matchmaker with followers and tried to pair off underage girl and
I thought you
underage.
just falling asleep. Sorry.
Oh God.
Me?
Yeah.
No?
He tried to pair off an underage girl and an adult male on another country. In
Nice.
another country. She had only met him via Skype and she was underage. And they claimed that her mom was abusive and that they would be marrying this man to get away from her abusive mother, but it didn't happen, thank God. And so when that didn't work out, good old Andy matched another couple up. And
Why is he
I guess-
matchmaking these couples?
I don't
my
know.
question.
it's like a cult thing, I guess.
Yes.
Like there are a lot of cults where like the leader, you cannot choose your own match.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's why he was doing it. but there was a couple that was put together, and then I guess they didn't stay together, is what I read. So, Blake planned a DateCon, which Abby Stone tried to stop, and she told everyone about, like, what he had done and the abuse and, like, the failed con.
And they
before.
said, but he lets me talk to Harry Potter.
Correct.
He's Harry Potter.
It didn't work, and DateCon happened in December of 2008, like 5 years after what would have been Tint Moot. Moot. Yeah. So
I want to know, what I really want to know is the fan fiction that spawned all of this, is it even that good?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't actually read it.
I would love to read it sometime.
We should do it sometime.
There's a bug in here. What the
makes
fuck
me
is that?
upset.
What the fuck is it? It's big, dude. What is it? What the
God.
fuck? What the fuck is that?
It looks like a June bug.
I don't like it. Whatever it is.
Okay,
Pretty big, yeah.
Can this guy just actually die already?
he's not dead. He's alive. He's still alive. So soon after that, Andy and a follower named Brittany Quinn said that they were phoning quite, I don't know what the fuck my brain's doing, quote, a psychic battle with an undead shaman wizard.
That's true. I was the shaman wizard.
No, I'm the shaman.
No, I'm the shaman wizard.
Bruh.
And then
Pew pew. My wizard powers. Pew pew.
pew pew.
All right, so we're delving off into nothingness. Let's keep going.
Then Blake said that he would be leaving fandom and then didn't. So then May 7th of 2011, Brittany Quinn and another roommate were shot and killed by her ex-husband.
Oh Lord.
Then killed
Wait,
himself.
whoa, okay, hold on. We're pausing.
Wait, this goes to murder?
Okay. Bridget,
Yeah.
you couldn't have prepared us less for that.
I told you guys it was a wild ride.
I know, but like, where is the
I'm
wildness?
Franny texting, not reacting to murder.
I mean, I don't blame her though, because like all of a
Because
sudden,
I feel like I don't know what happened up until this point.
What do you mean you don't know what happened?
There's just so much that happened that like it's just all blurring together at this point.
Oh God.
I mean, murder just kind of came out of nowhere and slapped me right in the face. So
Yeah, I
was
mean, like that's yeah.
So why did they murder this person?
It didn't say. I mean, like it wasn't like Andy like
it wasn't a hit or anything, right?
it wasn't
Like,
a hit. No, it was Brittany Quinn, a member of Dade, her ex-husband. So I'm assuming it was like a lovers.
Like my thing is that I picture all these people as like teens getting involved in this weird fandom shit, but
Hell
no, these are like grown married people.
These
No,
are-
I mean, Abby Stone left her husband.
Yeah, I know, and that's what's baffling to me. Like you have lives, and yet somehow you're letting this man.
I
trick
love the
you.
idea of like an old cat lady style lady, you know, someone who's been like a recluse her whole life,
Right.
busting out and being like, I'm into fucking Dade now. That's what I am.
Right.
That's who I am now, you
And
fuck.
this man lets me speak to Luna Lovegood on the daily.
Oh my god.
But
He-
yeah.
He just keeps dying but not dying. It's like he's fucking Horcruxes.
I think
Yeah.
maybe because I don't know any of the like I'm not into any of the things that he's into.
Well,
So like I'm
that's
not
good.
getting
That
any
means
of
you're
the
safe.
references. I'm not getting any of the references.
Dude,
I mean-
she
So I
still-
think that's where I got a little
she
lost.
hasn't even finished Harry Potter.
No.
That's really sad.
It's not that sad.
I mean, it's not that sad.
I like Harry Potter.
I like it too, but it's not a tragedy if you've never seen it.
It's better if you do.
I used to think it was in high
Be
school.
cooler if you
but,
did.
You know. But anyway, so Brittany and a roommate.
What?
Can't take it anymore.
What?
Just you.
What'd I do?
Just your be like cooler if you did.
That killed me.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Please don't.
Oh my god.
Where did we see that movie?
No.
You haven't seen Dazed and Confused?
No.
Oh my god. You can borrow it. It's good.
It's good. It's
Okay.
a good time.
But anyway, Brittany, Quinn, and another roommate were shot and killed by her ex-husband, who then killed himself. And Andy was also living there for about like over a year. And he also was shot, but survived, unfortunately.
They shot him?
Yeah, he was shot.
You know he survived because he's got the Horcruxes in him.
Can he just die already? I say it again.
They killed Orlando Bloom's soul, but
Oh my
another one
God.
rises from the ashes.
This is the fucking Goku of evil fan fiction. He just keeps coming back.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And like, you know, to him and his followers, this just proved that he was like mystical.
Right.
I almost believe it now.
Right.
I'm like on the verge of believing him.
Like, okay, maybe he did have the soul of Orlando Bloom to protect him.
So 9 days after.
And like, have you heard from Orlando Bloom in a while? What's he even doing right now? Probably because his duplicate soul got crushed by a bullet.
Well, and then
My
the other him
God.
is stuck in Davy Jones' locker, right?
What?
Isn't that what happened in the movie? He had like take over Davy Jones' ship, his heart on the ship.
I don't remember. I never saw it.
I forget.
Fuck!
Sorry.
It's been a long time.
I saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
That's the best one. Stick with that.
Yeah.
It really is not worth continuing.
Wow, Pirates of the
I love you,
Caribbean
Johnny,
fanboys
though.
are mad.
But 9 days after Brittany's murder,
And he got shot.
yes, he survived. Blake posted about Brittany to the Dadeverse Facebook community and said that he would be going on. So they had planned this 2-month hike around New Zealand.
New
Oh my
Zealand.
god, I can't.
What did they shoot in New Zealand, Bridget?
What?
What did they shoot in New Zealand? What famous film?
The Hobbit.
Well, yeah, but the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. I just was thinking about the Hobbits.
Fuck. But the Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings was shot in Jersey.
Oh my god.
On the turnpike, dude. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I just thought it was so funny you said just
We
the
gotta
Hobbit.
take the ring to Mordor, Mr. Frodo, but there's all this traffic.
Yeah, all these kids in the way playing street hockey. Tree over there walking around like have a Momo. Fuck. Okay. Oh, shit.
They're all spray tanned like a Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I just love the idea of Lord of the Rings taking place at the Jersey Shore. Oh shit, dude.
You survived.
The Mordor
They're
Shore.
like, they're like, Aragorn, stop.
So, okay.
They're all just like,
that hurt my
oh
life.
my god, they're getting in like nightclub fights on the way with these orcs.
I don't know how we're going to get the ring back. I need to eat this oyster po' boy. Fuck. Okay. Anyway.
Like, I'm Italian, I'm from Jersey, and I'm gonna take the fucking ring to fucking Mordor.
I'm dwarven. I'm from Jersey. And I'm going to fucking finish my sandwich and walk over there. That's all that movie is. So it's all the movie's walking. So they're just
Yeah,
walking
it's
on the
just walking
boardwalk
from
instead of
one
through
place to
Mordor.
another.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, the Dwarven Shore.
Balancing this ice pack on my head, and it's
See that?
great.
I wasn't gonna
Feels
mention
really
it.
nice.
You look like a nurse from the 1940s.
I am a nurse from the 1940s. I'm channeling her spirit.
Oh my god, what did she say?
She says, "Shut the fuck up."
Wow. Okay, I think we're
She says
completely
you're
spinning.
gay.
She says you're gay, and so was I, but no one could know.
Oh my god, this is real sad.
That's true. It's probably
I
true.
know.
It's probably true.
But they had been planning this month hike around
New Jersey.
Around Jersey.
New Jersey,
Around
New
the
Zealand, New
turnpike.
Jersey.
New Zealand.
Welcome to Atlantic Highlands, where we do dwarven shit. You know what Atlantic Highlands is? It's in New Jersey. It's fine.
I don't.
It's a very hood area of New Jersey.
But they had planned this hike. And he announced that he was still going to go and it was going to be in her name. And people were like, that's fucking weird. And so he moved in with some of the members.
By in her name, does he mean he used her fucking name like he always does? Change
No, I
names?
feel like it's in her memory.
Like in her memory, but a lot of people said it was like very exploitative, and and so they moved in with some of the members of the Dade, and they reported the same abuse as like the Lord of the Rings cult members did. And several suffered health issues on Blake's hike because he was not prepared, did not treat them well. And so Blake was back on his bullshit in 2013 for Supernatural. He like got raped.
Fucking Supernatural.
What did you say?
I said, of course.
Oh, I thought you said, what a cunt. I don't know why I thought that's what you said.
I mean, you wouldn't be wrong.
I just was like, wow.
Yeah.
No input then. What a cunt.
But yeah, so he was a Destiel shipper. Surprises no one.
I'm having flashbacks.
He was all over Tumblr. Obviously, he did art. I think at one point he exchanged a flight somewhere. Like a fan of his, like, bought him a flight somewhere in exchange for art lessons,
God.
which is wacky.
It's
And
Mr. Wacky, for sure.
And then also he said he could channel one of the characters, but I didn't find out which one. I'm assuming probably Dean or Castiel. So then an article came out about
Sam's
Blake.
just like not good enough for this guy.
I'm assuming if he's
Nobody cares about poor Sam.
It's like, fuck that tall, gorgeous man. I'm
Like-
so done with his ass.
I'm assuming if he's Destiel shipper, it'd be one of the two. So then an article about Blake came out in 2015 and 2016. Blake posted a post entitled "Sex, Lies, and Mental Illness," which he
Sex, lies, and
That's
mental
what we should have called
illness.
this podcast.
I was gonna fucking say that.
I hate that.
Lies and mental illness. And
Yeah.
we only do one of them.
I think that's what Philip Seymour Hoffman wanted to name his play in Synecdoche, New York.
I got it. Sex, lies, and mental illness.
was really good.
They're kind of long.
Kind of long.
But in this post, he talked about his sexual history, and he said it was, quote, "for the sake of transparency and owning the mistakes / wrongdoings of my past." In it, he admitted to raping and sexually assaulting people in his cults.
God damn.
Like,
Well,
just freely, like, yeah, I did
Just
that.
came out and said it.
Came out and said it. So then he tried to join the Critical Role fandom in 2018, and they essentially booed him out of.
They were like, get the
The
fuck out of
fandom.
here.
That's good.
They like told all the younger people that didn't know about him to like stay the fuck away from him, essentially. And I just want to bring up a couple more crazy things that he did.
More
in
wacky
the-
things.
Wacky things he did.
Abracadabra.
1, 2, 3.
In the Dade cult. So in a chat room, he would channel Dade characters, which was which would talk to the group. But as it was with the Hobbit channeling, he would insist that it wasn't a writing exercise or an ask the author, but that it was the real person talking through him, because he was the first son born in 7 generations of spirit channelers or something like that.
Why are you talking about it like you know for sure he wasn't like channeling?
Like, he could have been.
Like that's super. Like that's fucked up, Bridget.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you're, like, not being objective about this thing at
Like,
all.
Sometimes like you're just Elijah Wood too. Like
you gotta
get the
give this
fuck
guy
over
the
it.
benefit of the doubt.
I mean, Andrew Blake, Orlando Bloom.
I mean, come on.
It's the same fucking person.
Jordan Wood, Elijah Wood. Come on.
I would.
You would.
Yeah.
I sure would.
I sure would. You gotta really give this guy some credit. It sounds like he really was kind of. I mean, he was the first son.
He channel surfs more than my grandma, dude. He really does.
And you know, if some guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, I can let you talk,"
would instantly interrupt him and be
Harry
like, "You're a man, go away."
I can let you talk to Harry
Literally.
Potter. I'd be like, "Great, sign me up. What's your Venmo?
What's your Venmo?
Can I cash app you that, sir?"
I can't.
For your services, for allowing me to get a channel to my favorite fictional character. Who
Can we
else
ride
feel
share
less as.
and channel together?
But there was a definite ranking
Hold on.
system.
What was that noise?
Franny.
Shit.
Stop.
Andy was called fearless leader or commander.
Of course he was.
Yeah. And like there's lieutenants for all of the houses, I guess. Second lieutenants, etc. He claimed that he got into a bar fight after defending a young woman's honor and wound up getting slashed across the chest with the claymore.
I did not think that's what you were saying, but okay.
Like he did. I was the woman.
Yeah.
He
I was
Also
the-
with the claymore.
I'm gonna say I was the Claymore. I had channel
Is that
surfed
not
into
like
a
a
Claymore.
bomb?
No.
Like in Call of Duty, you put down.
Oh yeah, those Claymore. An olden Claymore is like it's kind of like a giant axe.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's just
well,
it's-
anyway, I was the lady whose honor he was defending. That really happened.
I was the Claymore.
We were there.
Yeah, we channel surfed.
He claimed that he amputated the leg of an African child.
He did. I was the child.
I was
Child.
the leg.
landmine victim, and then cauterized the
Franny was the
wound.
landmine.
while soothing
Cauterized.
Yes.
cauterized the wound, and then while soothing the child. He said that he slept with hundreds of women by the time he was 18.
Oh my God, this is Froggy Fresh.
Is that what he said to the child?
This is Froggy. 1,000.
Krispy Kreme 2012.
Krispy Kreme 2012. I've had 400 houses. I've had 400 mouses and 400 houses. I've slept with every girl in the world.
Beyonce thinks I'm cute.
No,
it's okay, Beyonce.
Compared to, I think the Jay-Z is lazy. Like, oh no. Krispy Kreme 2012.
I don't know what we're talking about.
That's who that is. He's Krispy Kreme, isn't he?
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm...
I feel like you guys have talked about it before, but I
No,
don't.
I don't know what
know.
the fuck you're talking about.
That or I'm
I
having
got
deja vu.
400 scars
fuck?
and 400 guitars.
What are you saying?
Kissed all the girls in the world.
And man, you may not think I get girls, but man, I kissed every girl in the world.
You may think I don't get girls. Oh, because he's short, right? It was something about being short.
It's fuck. It's you think I get girls because I am very tall, but if she see my stacks, I bet you that she call because I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't got money, then I don't mess
fuck with y'all.
It's mess with y'all because he's kid friendly.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Okay.
So Andy also said that he fought in the IRA, was trained as a
Oh yeah, so that's what we were talking about. We did
Yeah.
say that, did we not?
We did, yes.
I said it as a joke because of the Irish troubles, but I was like, what was he in the fucking IRA?
Yep, that's
Like,
what
no,
he claimed.
you weren't, sir.
He said that he had been trained as a paramilitary at the age of 4.
At the age of 4. He's like, Mommy, I want to play with my trucks.
You turn off Yo
And
Gabba
he's
Gabba
like-
right now.
And
You
she's
get
like,
outside.
no, goddammit, you drop and give me 50 fucking push-ups. And then I want you to look your brother in the eye and know that someday you might have to take his life because that's what it means to be a soldier.
You get off a fucking Club Penguin and get your ass over here and you be in the goddamn military.
And you be in the military.
They also, he also made his own language.
That's disgusting. I hate that.
Yeah, he made his own language. It was
That's
actually
what
back in
disgusts
the
you most.
I hate it all.
back when like the Lord of the Rings days. He would like post in this language, and then he would have a
Grossed out.
version in English.
Why not just post
Underneath
it?
it.
If you want people to read what you're saying, just post it in fucking English.
Also,
Right.
I'm sure that he didn't have his own language. I'm sure it's just like key smashing.
It looked
Speaking
like
of which,
it.
the amount of typing this dude had to do, dude, I'm sure he's got arthritis out of the fucking ass, bro. All the typing he did over all these years.
Yeah,
Guys, I've sweated so much my armpits smell like KFC. It is horrible.
Ew.
don't say that.
It's
I'm
true.
disgusted.
It's true. It's true. I'm a big boy, and I got big sweats.
Ew.
It's the facts, y'all. Love me or hate me.
But like people believed him about this stuff and like were pressing for more stories and shit. Also, a few people would have like panic attacks if they couldn't talk to him right away.
That's ugh. It was all the fucking like horse girls and fucking weird sweaty people that didn't shower and
Hold
wore the
on.
same hoodie every
Hold
day
on.
that liked him. I
I don't
fucking
understand
swear.
the terminology. You've gone officially youth. What is a horse girl?
You know,
It's a
horse
horse girl.
girls. You know
Like
the
those
types of
girls that
bitches that
love
like
horses.
fucking
Right.
yeah.
I love horses.
No, like
But, like-
intensely.
yeah.
And like we're always like drawing
oh my god,
pictures
no,
of
it's a
horses
literal
and shit,
fucking
like,
sport to like jump like a horse over shit and like run like a horse. Yeah, it's a fucking sport.
like yeah,
People
girls who
fucking do
read
that
like little
shit.
like horse books and drew pictures of
Yeah.
horses and shit.
and like fucking like gallop from class to class.
Yeah, like
You didn't have one of those bitches in your school? Because I fucking did.
We did. We definitely
we
did.
had a girl.
like with a rolly backpack. You know, they always had rolly backpacks.
Rolly
Fuck you, I had a fucking
backpacks.
rolly backpack because my mom was fucking ridiculous.
See, that's not your fault.
We had a girl who said that she'd date any boy if they dyed their hair white like Danny Phantom. That's the only girl I ever know is crazy.
Did anybody do that?
Oh, Lord.
No.
Like I would have done it just to call her bluff on it. Like you should have gotten like the greasiest kid in school.
You're like, this is technically consent. Are you a robot?
My God.
I did what you requested of me, sex robot.
Oh god, that's a mess.
Yeah, he's a fucking mess.
So, guys, I think we should
Yeah,
start a new
I mean-
thing where we should get him to be a new guest on our podcast each week as a new person.
Yes.
I guess later he claimed that it was because of mental illness and like he had a mental illness that was like causing him to do these things.
Probably. Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
And then there was people like worried that even though he had like claimed that he was stopping, but then like he was like very into like Captain America and kept like writing as Bucky in this journal.
It's always fucking Bucky.
It's always fucking
The
Bucky.
cringiest Marvel fans are like, I love Bucky Barnes. He's my small, soft baby.
What the fuck is going on?
No, it's really true.
really
That's
a thing.
exactly how they are.
He is my small, soft murder baby.
I stay far away from these type
As
of
well you
overly
should.
fandom.
Like
people.
honestly,
I've
Okay.
been-
I've always found it so.
Pause.
I've just been on the internet for so
You
long.
Me too.
miss Twilight. or-
Okay, that's the only one, but I don't fucking fuck with
Vampire
anybody else.
Diaries.
I don't fuck with anybody else that likes that shit though. I just obsess over it
Like
by
I've just
myself.
been on
That's
Tumblr
fair.
for so long.
Yeah, big
dude.
same.
I can't even leave now. I just like have to watch it
I've-
happen.
I
I've
left.
left.
I got out hard.
I've left for now.
I'm on there. I'd be
But
seeing
yeah.
shit.
They were
You guys are
worried that
some
he was gonna like
freaks.
relapse.
I only posted about how sad
Relapse,
I was.
yeah.
because he was doing
Relapsed
this.
into pretending to be people.
Yes, and like because he made like a really weird post. I guess on Facebook.
I think I could go and never hear his name again and be fucking fantastically fine with it.
Yeah.
You would never know because he has so many names.
Correct.
You can hear a new one every day.
So like, I guess he made some really weird posts. Like, he had been doing these journals as Bucky because he wanted to have like the most accurate cosplay possible. And then he was like,
Did he chop off his own fucking arm? Because I want to see
Right,
that
that's how
shit.
you gotta do it.
I don't know. I'm hoping. I don't know.
Did he cryogenically freeze himself for 100 fucking years or whatever the fuck it was?
Yikes. But then he was like, he posted, like, I just know about these things from the 30s that I shouldn't know about. How do I know about them? It's really weird. Like, I know the taste and the smell of this macaroni from this certain...
The macaroni.
He did, that's what he said.
Macaronis.
And, yeah, so they were somebody on Tumblr was worried that he was going to start again. And this is how it started with, like, other ones.
I can't help but feel like People are powerless to this man. Why?
Right, like
You
why?
have to stop him. He's gonna pretend he's a character in a fictional film. All over the place. I just love people like, we're scared. What are we gonna do? He's gonna pretend to be fucking War Machine. What are we gonna do?
Back. Like in It, when it's been like 27 years and they have to call him. And they're like, Orange Blossom, Starfire, he's coming back.
Guys, we promise that when we ever come back, we'd come back and finish him. They're all hanging out in a they're all hanging out in a chat room and things start going crazy as they're talking to each other. I don't remember this. I don't remember that. Probably because he had a billion fucking names. You don't remember all of them.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's really all I have for you. I think I talked for 2 hours.
It's fine.
Has it really been
know.
2 hours?
Yes, I definitely think it's been 2 hours.
Oh
I
my
just had
good
told you guys
God.
I had a lot to say.
That was a wild
I feel
ride,
like it
though.
could be condensed into 3 sentences. Weird fanboy does weird cult things. Some people die, but not really.
And he's scary.
Okay, so
And
should we
horse
take
girls love him.
So should we take a pause and then let other people?
Yes.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry
Yes.
I took so much time, guys.
No,
I
but
feel
we
bad.
had fun with it though.
I've never.
Did we?
I've-
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Wow.
Kidding.
Cross cuts back
Hello.
into the spooky house.
Hello.
In the
Spooky.
creepy time.
Hello.
So
Bridget's finally eating a donut. And she looks like she's really enjoying that donut.
I didn't want to do it when I was talking.
that's fair.
That makes sense.
His name was Andrew. Just like Orlando Bloom.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but you didn't say it with donut.
And they're taking a ring to the Jersey Shore.
There was a death. They were shot to death. What? Get the donut out.
Put that thing down.
Yeah. It's what's your name again? Frani. It's Franny's turn
Franny.
I'm only your fiance, I guess.
for now.
Ooh.
Because one day we'll be married.
Hey.
Probably. Yeah.
No, we will be.
Woo.
Or you'll be dead. We'll see. Either.
I believe that.
Anywho,
Ooh.
I've got things to say, things to discuss. So,
What is
Sorry.
the last? What was the title that we're giving to the last story?
I don't know.
I prefer the Dwarven Shore, but you can
I
just
like
name
it
whatever
too.
you want.
I like Dwarven Shore.
All right, and Franny, what is the title to this story?
we'll talk about that after.
Okay.
So, today I'm going to talk about my favorite cryptid. Cryptid is like kind of like a, occult kind of creature that kind of like a mythical, like Bigfoot, Loch Ness
Mothman.
Monster, Mothman, yeah.
I like Mothman.
That kind of
I
thing.
believe
But this
in
one is even better. We're going to be talking about Jeff, the talking mongoose.
Amazing.
What?
That's
His
not the
name's
only
Jeff.
name he goes by, though. Let me just tell you some of the other names. Oh, and it's Jeff spelled with a G, so it's G-E-F.
Geoff the mongoose.
Jeff, the mongoose.
I know it's pronounced Jeff.
Jeff has also been dubbed Jeff the Talking Rat, the Dalby Spook, Poltergeist of the Isle of Man.
Sounded ambiguously racist.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the area where he is from, I guess, is Dalby, which I'll get into that in a minute. But
What's wrong with the Dolby Scary though?
well, fuck
The
you. It was
Dalby
the
Ghoul.
it was,
Yeah, the creature.
it was the 1930s.
That explains everything.
Yeah, it does, actually. Yeah.
So the Dalby Spook, Poltergeist of the Isle of Man, and he even claimed to be the Holy Ghost.
Ooh, Jeff did.
Ooh.
Yes, Jeff did.
Dude, Jess got a resume, dude.
Jeff is
God.
everything and nothing all at once.
Amazing.
So, the creature named Jeff, which we'll get into that in a second, lived with the Irving family in a farmhouse on the
What,
Isle
the
of Man.
mongoose?
We'll get into that in a second. Just
I'm
know,
not super clear on what a mongoose is.
it's like
It's like a rat, right?
yeah, like a
It's like
weasel,
a ferret.
Yeah, like a
Like
ferret.
the size of a ferret.
Jeff is said
Yeah.
to be about 9 inches,
Like
Good
long.
for Jeff.
right? Like long, yeah. He's a small boy.
It's not even that.
Is that small for a mongoose?
Yes. Apparently.
In the same way, very big for a mongoose as well.
I don't know what that means.
These are penis jokes, lady.
I know, but
so
it's like a ferret.
Essentially.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you to do your Google right now. Do your due diligence. Get on that Goog.
He's a pretty much a ferret. I'll fucking do it.
Hold on, hold on.
I just want her to really understand
just-
what's happening.
Get a picture of a mongoose. They look like
Have you ever seen a zigzagoon?
they
What?
just
No.
kind of look like a little like rodent thing.
I'm Googling a mongoose right now.
Yeah,
I
they-
thought a mongoose was a snake for a long
Zigzag-
time.
They
Goose
kind of
stands
just
out
look
there.
like that. Like they're very ferret-esque. Very weaselly.
He's chub.
This one kind of looks like what Jeff has described as. This yellowy
He's
one.
fucking
Chub.
adorable.
Okay, so it's like a cuter ferret.
Yeah.
Chub.
Hold on. Ferrets are adorable.
No,
You
they're not. I don't fucking like ferrets at all.
They're so cool.
No, they're not.
They're able to stink so bad.
I know, that's why I don't like them.
They're like me.
So the story takes place.
Oh, they're fluffy. Oh, I like them.
right?
Babe, can we get a mongoose?
No.
Name him if you guys do. His
get him
fucking
and
name
name
is
him
Jeff. Or something ambiguously racist, apparently.
The Dolby spook.
I think you should stop saying that now.
So
We don't need to get copyright
the
stricken.
story takes place in 1931.
Whoever owns the word.
It was on an island. It's Cashin's Gap near the hamlet of Dalby on the Isle of Man. I pretty much looked it up. It's like kind of a remote island between Great Britain and Ireland.
Okay.
So to kind of set the scene.
Are mongooses? Mongooses? Are they native to that?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
They're not native at all.
Spooky. How did they get there?
It said that like a zookeeper-esque type of person like let a mongoose loose or something on the island
Okay,
to
he was
like
obviously not a very good
or
zookeeper.
not a
type
zookeeper,
of
just like
person.
some dude like set
The Mongoose King.
Okay, so
set
not
some
a zookeeper.
mongooses loose on the island to help with their.
So 2 seconds ago he was a zookeeper. Now he's just some dude.
Oh, actually, I want to correct the record. She said zookeeper-like person.
Yeah, like just
Last time I
somebody
checked,
that
she
had.
wasn't like, he has his degree in zookeeping.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a degree? You
No.
I want to be a degree.
Zoology's a degree you can get. There's
I
a
wanna
girl
be a
I know who has
zookeeper.
it who didn't do anything with it and is unimportant in my life.
So the main
Do
characters
I know
here,
this person?
Yeah.
I thought so.
besides Jeff, which is going
Tried
to
to add
be
me
the
on
main
Facebook.
character, is the Irving family. The Irving family they live on the island. That's where everything takes place.
Wait, so Jeff belongs to them?
You'll see. Don't ask more questions about Jeff for one moment. I will
Jeff
explain.
doesn't
I
belong to
promise.
anyone. He's his own
Jeff
mongoose.
is his own mongoose. You'll see. So the family consists of James, the like father, husband, Margaret, and a 13-year-old daughter named. Okay, I've heard the name pronounced 2 different ways, Viry or Vory. I'm gonna pronounce it Viry because I think that's right. It's Voirrey. But that's not really that,
Coronavirus?
right?
Danielle?
Vira is said to be kind of like a lonely child because there really weren't any other children on this Isle of Man. So she just kind of hung out with her parents. And
Yeah, I mean, it's
Jeff.
an island of men. Like,
Right?
I don't know. Like, she
Sounds
probably
like
couldn't-
your worst nightmare.
Yeah, it really
Probably
does.
didn't have a whole lot of companionship there. Being a young girl on an Isle of Men.
So this part of my notes is called Enter Jeff. So
I love that.
The first encounter with what will be known as Jeff was in September 1931. The family claimed they heard persistent like scratching and rustling and even began like vocal noises behind their farmhouse's wooden wall panels.
So it's just like,
right. Yeah. There's like a crawl space in between the two. So there's like a big amount of space in between like the wall and the like back of the wall because it was an old farmhouse. At first, to try to scare it off, the dad tried different like pest control options with no success. He just assumed like rats or something like that.
Wish our landlord had that kind of state
Right?
of mind.
He even tried a really unconventional method. He tried growling at it like a dog to scare it off.
Amazing.
Right? Maybe we should do that. But it began growling back at him like a dog. So then, yeah, right. Then the noises, whatever like animal noise he would use or whatever he'd say it'd start like mimicking the noises, and it got to the point where he could say an animal name like duck, and it'd make the noise of a duck in the walls, just a noise coming from the walls.
Intelligent. Jeff is an intelligent boy.
I would literally walk up and be like, zebra.
Right?
Do it for me, Jeff.
Gazelle.
Well, they don't know him as Jeff yet. This is just a noise on a wall. So, it consisted and began to like vocal tones, like began to sound like a person, like grunting and stuff.
Wait, I have a question.
What if it was a person living in their walls?
The boy.
My nightmare.
Right?
Oh God.
So, like, where does this like account come from? Is this the account of the family?
This is the account of the family. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to like.
But there's other accounts in here besides just the family.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that like who says this?
Jeff.
Yeah, no, the family. They kind of said it was like, it sounded kind of like a dog or a baby, but then eventually like
Those two things sound very different,
Right?
but okay.
But it switched up a lot. Like it could sound like a duck, a goose, whatever the fuck.
A mongoose?
A goose, a duck, whatever the fuck.
Eventually, it started.
You know you did that, right?
I'm a goose, I'm a duck, I'm whatever the fuck. I'm a parrot, I'm a chicken, I like to say cluck.
Yes.
I like it.
I'm Pero the Sparrow, bitch.
So eventually, the voice started like talking and introduced itself as Jeff to the family.
It said, hi, I'm
It said,
Jeff.
hi, I'm Jeff the mongoose, essentially. It said, hi, I'm Jeff. He told him he was a mongoose born in New Delhi, India in 1852. Mind you, that'd make him an 80-year-old talking mongoose from 4,000 miles away.
No, are mongoose native to India?
I guess. I didn't look up that part.
Some of them
I
are.
assume.
Some
Okay,
variations are.
I'm not sure where
But this
mongoose
is 4,000 miles away, and this would make this mongoose like 80.
So plenty of 80-year-old people go on trips.
Not with that Rona.
Well, not now.
So,
Okay, conspiracy theory idea. Jeff the mongoose brought over the coronavirus.
we'll get more into what Jeff is in a moment.
He's a mongoose.
Is he though?
Yes.
So the first I heard about this story was from the podcast, and That's Why We Drink. And one thing they kept joking about was that I forget when Jeff was born, but it was said he was born in like early June, which would make him a Gemini. And they kept and they're both Geminis, and they kept just joking about how he fits a lot of the characteristics of a Gemini. So keep that in mind as we continue. So Jeff was never clear on who he was, apparently, to the family, and he never really like appeared besides to Vyrie, which she said he was a small ferret-like creature with yellow fur. But it was said that like Jeff was unsure of his form or his powers and changed his story. At different times, he claimed he was the eighth wonder of the world, quote, an extra clever mongoose, right, an earthbound spirit, a ghost in the form of a mongoose, and once said, I'm a freak. I have hands and I have feet. And if you saw me, you'd faint. You'd be petrified, mummified, turned into stone or a pillar of salt.
Pretty sure that's a Run DMC lyric, but I don't know.
So essentially, he is physically described as a yellow-furred mongoose with human hands and feet. That's how he described himself.
I don't like that. Like,
It's like cats. It's like cats.
Like full size?
He's 9 inches.
No, but like the hands and feet, are they full?
I assume.
Are they, like,
well, so later it plays in that like there were like prints for him, and they like looked like little paw prints. So take with that what you will.
But what about human
I
hand
mean,
prints?
he also could either be an earthbound spirit or just an extra clever mongoose. He's not
love
really
that.
I
sure.
like the theory of him just being an extra clever mongoose.
But it's
a lot.
also, like I said earlier, people also theorize, which I'll get into the theories at the end, but like a poltergeist.
I think he's a mongoose.
I think he's just
Wait,
an
hold
extra
on. Let's pause for a
clever.
second. The idea of a poltergeist is actually really fucking scary.
Right?
Yeah, really.
Because
I
of
love
that, just like
poltergeists.
how much of like he's like endearing himself to the younger kid and stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
they were tight. They were tight.
That's a fucking demon,
and
y'all.
I'll get into
Ooh.
it, but like he becomes pretty obsessed with Vyrie. And like partially like, okay, so Jeff is kind of like said to be a little bipolar. So if you catch Jeff on a good day, he is your fucking best friend. So Jeff would regularly bring home rabbits for them, and like he brought home so many rabbits that like they were able to sell the extra rabbits.
He reminds me of Salem for Sabrina.
Like
but the dark side of it is
where would he put the rabbits?
Just on their doorstep and stuff. They never saw him. So he also claimed
except for the girl.
The girl, the family claimed they saw glimpses of him, but she is said to have like stared him
she
in
would
the
like
face.
hang out with him.
Yeah. So he also claimed to have strangled those rabbits to death
with his human hands.
With his human hands.
He said,
he also said that he would like hop on like trains and cars and stuff and like go adventure their little city. And he'd
That's
also
kinda cute.
Yeah, and he'd bring back all the town gossip and talk to the family about like the town gossip and stuff. So he also described himself as like clairvoyant though. So like he'd know things before they happen and like know things that other people were thinking.
okay.
Yeah, so on good days like that, Jeff was fun. He protected the family and let them know when guests were there. He was very protective of Vyrie.
He's a fucking glorified doorbell.
He told jokes. He woke them up when they overslept. He kept rodents away. He even came...
He is the rodent.
Right?
You didn't keep rodents away. You're a rodent.
He even came with them on like outings, but he said they'd never see him because he'd stay to like the bushes and stuff. He even would sing. One of his favorite songs to sing was Carolina Moon, Home on the Range, and some assorted hymns.
Home on the Range.
And the mongoose. Hey.
And he also liked assorted like Christian
Human
hymns
hands.
and Spanish folk songs.
Was there gas like in
Dude,
his house?
Spanish folk songs, is that what you said?
Right?
So the Mama Coco, dude? Like, for real?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So keep in mind, okay, so like you heard all the good parts of Jeff. Let's get into the nasty.
Oh no.
So, Jeff would kind of like stalk the family. So this is a quote from the dad. Its hearing powers are phenomenal. It is no use whispering. It detects the whisper 15 to 20 feet away, tells you that you are whispering, and repeats exactly what one has said.
He said, I heard you, bitch.
Yeah.
Said don't talk shit.
Also, just a little fun fact here. Jeff also apparently speaks English, French, German, Yiddish, Spanish, Flemish, and Hebrew.
How would they know that?
According to Jeff.
According to Jeff, of
Jeff's
course.
full of shit, dude.
Yeah, Jeff sounds like he's full of shit.
But
Jeff sounds like
Jeff
our
sounds
boy.
like he's a fucking liar.
Blake.
right?
Yeah, maybe that's
But there
one of
was
those
like a
identities.
darker side to Jeff. So at times he would threaten the family. He became very like overly obsessed with Vyrie. And it got to the point where she was so scared to be alone that she started sleeping in the same room as her parents. One of Jeff's quotes from around this time was, "I could kill you. Wait, I could kill you all, but I won't."
Why not?
He also like threateningly would say he was the eighth wonder of the world, and that he would say, "I am the ghost in the form
I am
of a
the
weasel."
goat. I thought you were saying.
No, I am the ghost in the form of a weasel, and I shall haunt you.
I feel like this is how my dog thinks of
Right?
herself. Like, she looks at us and she's like, I could kill you, but I won't.
I don't know why, but there's an episode of Pokemon,
Yeah.
and I just remembered this. The only time they were ever an animal that wasn't a Pokemon was when Haunter turned into a mongoose.
They totally did that on
I
this.
swear
No,
that's
they
the
definitely
first thing
did
that
this on
flashed into my
this.
brain.
Because this is like not like, I mean, it's a
Also,
you know,
like, this thing is Stitch.
right? Yeah. He also threatened their chickens.
The chickens.
Yeah, he said he would kill them all if like he was agitated and stuff. He would become enraged in a moment's notice. He liked to pelt Margaret, the mom, with stones because apparently he like liked the dad and he liked Vyrie the most, but he like had a disdain for Margaret. He would also break into their rooms and like ransack. Apparently I love this part about him. Apparently when he was done with a conversation, instead of like politely like ending the conversation, he would just say vanish. He would just scream vanish and be gone.
Me when we were seeing cats, that guy was talking to me about furries, and I was just like, thank you.
Oh, and also another thing which I relate to. So another like aggravating thing he would do is when he was agitated, he would groan and like grunt and like huff and puff for like 30-40 minutes at a time until the family would be like, what's wrong, Jeff? And then he would just he would say he was doing it for devilment, like devilish enjoyment.
That's me though. Like I just walk around and I'm like, ugh.
Right?
I just love how Jeff is just like, he acts like an Instagram influencer. Like that's his personality. Someone noticed me. I can ruin you. I can cancel you.
But I won't.
But I won't.
But it was.
But I want to.
Like, the weird thing is, so like, I guess the good of Jeff just kind of like outweighed the bad for them, which it's kind of like the timeline is a little fucked up. Like, people have it different ways. So like, some people say like he was bad at first, but then
you can reel back a little bit. You're like in it. People say that Jeff was the fucking worst.
No, some people say that like at first he was like very like mean to the family, then they came to some understanding and he became part of the family. Some say kind of interchange, some say it was the opposite, where like at first he was nice, then he was mean, then he was nice again. But pretty much regardless, the family kind of accepted him as part of the family, and they would do things like they would leave him offerings like chocolate and biscuits and bananas, and they'd suspend him in like a saucer from the ceiling. And when they would check later, the offerings would be gone.
I just want to say that, like, I've never liked, Bridget will attest, I've never liked ferrets. I've never liked weasels. I think they're creepy as shit, and I don't like them at all.
She hates them.
I think they're fucking weird.
What do you think about Jeff?
I don't like him either.
But you thought the mongoose were cute.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are kind of cute, but they're also creepy.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I saw one in real life, I'd be like,
how do you feel about meerkats? They're so small.
They're okay. They're kind of cute.
I like them.
But yeah, I don't fucking like ferrets at all.
No.
She hates them.
I think they're gross. Like, I think they're dirty and they're smelly and they're ugly. They look like
me though.
You might like this little mongoose though. Apparently he helped some guy in the town. I forget if it was somebody that was investigating him, because later there's an investigation, or just
Amazing.
or just like somebody in the town. But he told somebody like winning horse bet numbers and stuff. Like,
yes,
he was clairvoyant.
like, I feel like ferrets look like, you know, when you're at like an amusement park or a fair or something, and they're like make the taffy in front of you.
Yeah.
Like they make the saltwater taffy with the big machines. It looks like somebody put a rat on one of those.
Oh god.
That's what a ferret looks like to me.
So like this kind of became like a local phenomenon because it's a small town and people were bored essentially. So
And
like
Jeff knew everything about them.
right? I know, he was the town gossip. He always knew like the juiciest gossip. So like other people would start like sneaking on the property and like trying to like
Talk to Jeff.
trying to hear Jeff or like catch a glimpse. Like you can look it up though. There's like old newspaper clippings about Jeff and like pictures of people seeing him. It's so cool. But yeah, so like over time other people started to like claim they saw him and heard him and everything. So like the story started going off to the mainland and attracting like tabloids, and it started attracting paranormal investigators of all kinds. And it attracted people like Harry Price, which is my boy. He was like the first like legitimate like paranormal investigator. He like made the kit for ghost hunting. He is a fucking G. Essentially from looking at, so like when they got to the scene, Harry Price like they were able to find like footprints and like teeth prints and like some hair.
Teeth prints? Was he biting the ground?
Right? Apparently he liked bacon, like grizzle or something, and he'd like bite it, and they had like a tooth impression from him. So Harry Price like had a bunch of like different resources. So like he was able to talk to like zoologists and stuff that like knew stuff about creatures. So the hair was ruled out and said to be like an old dog that they had, but the footprints and teeth were ruled out as mongoose, but not identified as any other animal.
Huh.
Right?
Wow.
Right? Isn't that something? So, Yeah, it matched no creature like known to man, so it was still a mystery. One investigator.
Granted, that was in like the 40s, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's the 1930s, though.
And 40s and stuff. But still, like, and a lot of the investigators, like, they couldn't get Jeff to, like, talk when they were there, so.
I love the idea of them walking like, Jeff,
You there, homie?
hey, dude,
Jeff.
we got to have a conversation. Quit being, like, creepy and having human hands and stuff, dude.
Having human hands.
Also,
and
can you
stuff.
sound like a zebra?
Jeff's not in right now.
So, let's get into the theories. So, obviously, a big theory is a poltergeist. Poltergeists are known to get attached to especially young children, and they can become threatening. But, like, you know, like, oh, I didn't even mention this. He would also telekinetically, like, throw things from, like, the walls and stuff, and, like, ransack, like I talked about. So, like, that sounds very poltergeisty to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's definitely not the only theory.
I think that he was really a talking mongoose.
Yeah, I mean, he could just be an extra clever mongoose.
I mean, yeah. Having some fun with these people.
It was theorized that, you know, they were kind of like recluses and stuff on like a small island. So it's theorized that it was the daughter and the family that like played a prank and
Lead
like,
paint.
Right? I like the lead paint.
Lead paint.
But the theory, yeah, like it was one of the family members like playing a prank, and either the other ones played along, or were just like to like ride the fame bus, you know, or like that they believed it. So it was said that some claimed the father had a split personality or some other kind of mental illness. That's how they stated it. And that it was him, and that it could also be like a factor of like no mental stimulation for him. So he created this to like be mentally stimulated.
Huh.
But the theory I see to make the most sense is that the daughter played the prank, because if you remember me talking about the walls, how there was like a crawl space, a small child
She could fit
there.
in the walls.
And
Yeah.
also she was said to be very good at throwing her voice like a ventriloquist. She'd done it to like show people before, right? And it would make sense, like the obsession with her and everything. Is everything cool?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing in my headphones. Like, I think it's just a headphone issue.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also
Gotcha.
having. I can hear me.
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so she was
Okay,
good
that's
at,
better.
She was good at like ventriloquist style vocal throwing, and one of the investigators even quoted something along the lines of how Jeff was created by a extra clever girl.
Yeah.
You know,
That makes sense.
They also Harry Price, I believe it was, and another investigator tried to get Valerie to like come with them on like this like boat tour, to see if they got her away from the parents, if she would like talk. But the dad kind of like asserted himself into it and then like directed the conversation the way he wanted it to go the whole time. So I think the parents probably knew and just wanted to ride the fame. But it is kind of concerning, some of the things she'd say if it's the kid, you know?
Right.
Like, I could kill you all and
But I
Vanish.
vanish.
I think also, like, you know, you talked about her being on an island where there weren't a lot of kids and like not a lot of, so I think probably for her it was just like a lack of stimulation.
Yeah.
And like this was getting her attention and also a way to like act out.
Yeah.
The part
Without
that's weird to me
repercussions.
is the teeth marks and the footprints. But
Yeah.
at the same
Yeah, that
time,
is
But those
weird.
could be explained by other things.
yeah.
But they couldn't match it up to any animal.
Yeah, but it was also the 40s and like it's like the dirt
No,
in the ground.
my question
right?
is
like,
what? Well, it was what were the animals around there? That why if it wasn't identifiable on the island, it was still a rare weird animal to them.
And this time,
Yeah.
mongoose are not native to
Mongoose.
this area. Mongoose, and also like everybody thought the mongoose population was gone.
entirely.
Yeah, they thought it was gone from when that dude like let them loose.
Huh.
So, but I mean, she stayed pretty steadfast in her belief that Jeff was real. So essentially, like, I think it was like 40 something, the father dies and the family moves out of the house. And this like, low-key like actor he like moves into the house, and at some point he kills some kind of animal in the wall and gets it out, and it's a mongoose. But
That's
right, it kills
wacky.
it in the wall, and it was a mongoose. And there's pictures of that, and like Vyrie is shown this, and Vyrie's like, that's not Jeff though. And Vyrie claimed up to her deathbed, like up to 2005, like this bitch lived. She claimed that like that wasn't Jeff, and Jeff was real.
That's crazy.
Right?
Okay.
You'd think if it was just like a weird delusion as a kid, you'd eventually be like,
Not only that, but if it's fake, why wouldn't she just say that was him?
right?
Well, I mean, I guess for the clout.
No, but that would give you clout. You killed it. That's him.
But like, it's
She
almost
had
more
already
fun
stopped
if he's
at that
still
point.
out there.
But she had already stopped at that point, though.
Yeah. When the family moved, apparently Jeff did not follow.
Yeah, but I think also like sometimes you start a lie and like you can't get yourself out of it. Like you just got to keep rolling with it.
But that's my point, is that was the way out.
Yeah, that was the way
I mean, maybe
out.
she didn't want to be out though. Like,
But okay, then we're back to the same argument. Why would she keep it going if she wanted for the clout?
Also pause.
It
I don't know if
challenges her clout.
I think she died in 2013, and that article is from 2005 where she's still claimed or something like that. She might have not died in 2005, but I know up until 2005 it was on record that she was still claiming that wasn't a picture of Jeff and that Jeff was a real thing.
yeah,
That's really cool, though.
I think if she was doing it for attention, she would have claimed it was him, because she didn't live there anymore, so she could easily get the
yeah.
clout.
And I mean, well, I guess like she was a kid and like maybe she really believed it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I think there's no way she was faking it and knew she was faking it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you would instantly be like, oh, that was him, if you knew you were fucking around.
Yeah,
Right?
I feel like probably like it was her, but she didn't like.
She didn't realize. She had dissociative.
I think
things
she's
going
the one that had the split personality,
Yeah.
like
It's
DID
genetic,
thing.
so-
Yeah, exactly.
It can be.
So, what do you guys think of the poltergeist theory at all?
I think the poltergeist
That's
theory
interesting.
stopped holding water,
Yeah.
because my issue is a poltergeist. It could be a demon, but a poltergeist, everything's climactic. Everything builds to something,
Right?
And it just kind of, they moved and then it ended.
Yeah.
If
I don't
something
know.
would have
I don't
happened.
really. I don't really like. I don't.
I'm talking about in other stories that are poltergeists. If you look at the lore, all of it leads to, it always ends with like a big chauvinistic giant moment, whereas this kind of didn't. So if you're talking about the traditional folklore of a poltergeist, this doesn't fit. Whereas like what people consider a demon to be, it absolutely fits.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much I really buy into that stuff, but like, it's interesting. But I don't know. I think the more logical explanation is, it was a confused, lonely girl,
So we're not going with the
a clever little girl.
Yeah, yeah. It was like a quote, like something like, Jeff was created. The extra clever mongoose was created by an extra clever little girl or something. I thought that was cute. But I mean, maybe he is just an extra clever mongoose.
Right. I mean, there's no.
How old was she when she was saying this stuff?
Oh, she was. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that. I completely
Wasn't she like
went over that.
13?
Yeah, she was 13 at the beginning.
See,
of the
now
story.
that leads me to believe that she'd have the mental cognitive ability to come up with lies like that. Like she'd
Yeah.
be, but at the same time,
But
her not
she's
taking
also-
credit.
Yeah,
But also,
she was
like-
also kind of mentally immature too, because like she didn't have stated to be kind of like shy and reserved and something, and probably not very like mature for her age. And
Well, and then like even like her not being like, oh yeah, that was Jeff, you got him.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, though that's not exactly logical. I mean, people don't always make the logical choice. Like, maybe she just thought at the time, like, she was like, no, that's not him.
I think that there was a part of her that maybe knew it was a lie, but wasn't coming to terms with that, and it was a coping mechanism for her
yeah.
to
Yeah.
deal with being so damn lonely.
And like a way for her to act out at her
Yeah, with
parents
mood
and
swings,
like,
yeah, to have moments of like, I'm gonna be a douche now because I'm a kid and I don't get to have emotions.
And
usually.
And I
also,
don't
how
like my
telling
parents
is it
and,
that
like-
like the 13-year-old doesn't like the mom?
right.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what 13-year-old girl really is too big of a fan of their mom at that time? So yeah, I don't know.
And,
I
like,
think he's
I
the
feel
Holy
like-
Ghost, like he said.
And I feel like a quiet, shy 13-year-old girl would probably pick up on a good amount of gossip as well. Just because, like, not really, she's not someone people would maybe notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she would have been on all their like outings and walks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She would have known what happened.
Yeah, I'm just I do think that it's really creepy if you think of it as like a demon or something, but I think that all signs point to it being somebody who's just like coping in some way. I think I think that just born out of the ridiculousness of the cryptid itself. Like, it wasn't like this cryptid came in and said something really mature like, I'm here because you guys' souls are damned or whatever. It's like, I like bacon. My name's Jeff.
Yeah, apparently
Like, very
his
silly
favorite
shit.
foods were like bacon and sausage. He really liked like the bananas and chocolate and biscuits.
So stuff that a kid would like.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, I think...
Those are some terrible
Why
parents.
am I blue?
Oh, it's the ice pack melting onto you.
Am I blue other places?
You're probably blue on your back or
Is
under
my
your
head
boob.
blue?
No.
It was on my head for a while. Look.
Because look at your ice pack. Look at your ice pack. The white writing is gone on it. It's supposed to look like this.
Oh my god!
Maybe that's why people always wrap in a paper towel.
Maybe.
Watch me give a fuck.
It says, do not apply to body.
Well, it's been applied. This hand is not as bad, but
That's some blue
Yeah, that's
hand
bad.
shit right there.
it's not even cold anymore. I'm just kind of playing with it. Like,
I like this cryptid because it's not necessarily that I believe it. I just think it's such a crazy one.
All
Yeah.
right, so in the comments down below, I want people to leave what they think.
Right? Like,
about Jeff.
What Jeff is. What do you think about him?
is it your first time hearing this or did you know about Jeff?
And do you think that he is the inspiration for Stitch and Lilo and Stitch?
Right?
Because I'm convinced.
Also, do you think he's the Holy Ghost? I want your hot take on that.
Also, like, what lies did you make up as a kid that you've been, like, forced to run with for
Right?
years?
Oh my God, that's actually way better. Email us
yes.
those stories and
Yes,
we'll read
please.
Yes.
them. We'll read them in the video.
Because I feel like a lot of people have a thing that, like, as a kid that they, like, made it up and then, but, like, they've had to run with it until their adult life because it's too late now.
I know this
You wanna
dude who
know?
claimed he was allergic to pork chops and he still holds that true.
Oh, God.
You want to know mine?
Yeah.
What?
There was this guy that I liked in like 5th grade, and he said he was afraid of clowns, and so I said I was afraid of clowns until like high school. No,
But you adore
till, like,
clowns?
no, I don't adore clowns. I'm just not afraid of them.
You're like, you go. So we go into your room when you're not expecting, you're wearing clown makeup and clown shoes. You're like, don't out me. You like jump into the closet.
That's funny.
You drive off in a little car. You're like hiding your big shoes underneath your bed. That's amazing.
But yeah, so if you were a kid and you made up some elaborate tale or something that you've now been forced to go along with, please tell us what they are.
I'm trying to think of one. I'm
God,
sure
my
there's
hands are
one.
so blue. Look at that.
Okay. So we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna have my little story.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Bit. We're back
Hello.
again.
Hello.
This time, it me who speak, and I'm excited. Real quick though, Franny did say she wanted to mention something.
Yes, I do want to mention some of the sources where I got my material from. I got them from some cool channels. So, of course, my favorite podcast, and that's why we drink. Then I found this YouTube channel called Paranormal Captivity. It's called Kativity. She had a really good video. There's another guy, Captain KRB. And then I also got a lot of my stuff from Wikipedia. Which, if you guys don't know, you can actually donate to Wikipedia, which is kind of cool because it keeps the information on there fresh and coming. And then I also found this article by Hyperallergic, which seemed like an online like kind of magazine, which I thought was good. Yeah, just want to give some shout outs there.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. Cite your sources, bitches.
Right.
All right, guys. Today I want to talk about the stool of Busby's stoop,
Okay.
otherwise known as the chair of death.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say about like 300 years ago, there was this guy, and his name was Thomas Busby. Busby, yeah. And he was kind of a weird, eccentric guy. He was a bit of a drunkard, and he would just spend all day at his favorite bar, which was the Crossroads Inn or Stoop or whatever you want to call it.
I'm sorry.
It's called the Crossroads Stoop.
The Crosscut Cinema Stoop.
The Crosscut Cinema Stoop. That's good. We should open that.
Heck yeah.
And he always sat in the same chair and got blistered drunk and just absolutely blasted because he worked for his father-in-law, who always threatened that if he even tried to show the slightest bit of manhood to him, he would take his daughter away from him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dick.
Fucking dick. And he was like super rich. He like owned this farm. I don't remember his name at the time right now, but I mean, you could easily look it up. But
yeah.
What ended up happening with Busby is that he ended up getting into an argument with said father-in-law, and this father-in-law first said, "Oh, you're not going to marry my daughter anymore," and took her away. And then to rub it in, he went to Busby's bar, sat in his chair purposefully. So Busby killed him.
Bzz.
Are you gonna do that every time?
Yes.
I can't tell the story then because I'm gonna have to say it a lot. Anyway, so he killed him right then and there, and he was sentenced to be hung and covered with tar, as they did at the time in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
So,
Yike.
yeah, tar first, I believe, just so he could feel it.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. After the fact, it would kind of.
Yeah, just be like, well, no, it's kind
Be kinda
of. We
stupid
wasted
at
all
the
this
time.
tar. Fuck. But he did have a final request, and it was that he got to go to his favorite bar one last time and enjoy a drink. And on his way out, he said, "Anyone who sits in my chair from henceforth will be cursed and killed."
Damn.
That's intense. That's an intense reaction.
And then he went and got fucking died. They hung his ass just like they said he would.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that's what happens. And of course, the town at first didn't take it seriously. There was one local man who didn't like him always being like drunk in the streets, so we went and sat in his chair. This man actually slipped and fell from the chair and died that same moment.
Well.
Dang.
He fucking told you.
Right?
There was 2 Air Forcemen. This was much later, like we're talking like the 1800s, almost 1900s period of time. And they thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we went to that bar and both sat in the chair? And they did not drink because they were not allowed to, and they drove off a bridge and died that day.
Damn.
That's insane. Because, yeah, you would assume that it's just drunk driving, but they, like, couldn't drink.
A cleaning woman bumped into it while she was cleaning. They found out she had a brain tumor that same day.
That's crazy.
There was another man who was working on a roof of the bar itself and went inside to take a rest. He sat in the chair. He fell through that roof that day.
If I owned the bar, I would just get rid of that chair.
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, we'll get to that.
I would just be like, okay, we're getting some new stools up in the bitch.
Everyone's dying.
Did he have it, like, marked off? Or was it just, like, still, like, just a chair? Just like
It actually said this is Busby's stool and don't sit here because they named they. Oh, I forgot to mention they end up after that and that man going and dying that same whatever it was the next day or whatever, they changed the bar's name to Busby's Stoop. So another point, a man who is from out of town and is a bit of a tourist, he most legitimately gets in a bar fight and bullied, and a man puts him in the chair, and they both died. Then finally, they've decided it's time to get this chair out of this fucking bar.
about damn time.
So, of course, they hire movers to move it to the museum. I think it's called the Tereshkan Museum or something. Tereshkan, I can't pronounce it. They say, hey, you guys should move this. Be careful of it. Be wary of it. And they actually wrote in the notes for the people moving it, don't fucking sit in the chair. And one of the moving guys sat in the chair.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They got into a crash, and the only one who was killed was the guy who sat in the chair. A ladder went through his body.
That's
That
crazy.
sucks because he didn't. It's not like he like
Yikes.
purposely sat in the chair.
Yes, he did. He read the thing and he said, "I'm going to sit in this chair."
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, what a
but to
dick.
be fair, like if I like saw a note that'd be like, "Do not under any circumstances sit in this chair," I'll be like, "I'm gonna sit in the chair though."
So
Well,
what they
now maybe you won't.
No, I would.
at the museum, they kept trying
I
to
would.
people kept trying to jump over the rope, the lining rope, to sit in the chair. One succeeded. What do you think happened to her?
I would assume she died. I
She
guess.
fucking died. So now they hang it from the ceiling so no one can sit in it.
That's smart.
Now, as much as that sounds like coincidence, you gotta admit that's a lot of fucking coincidences. I mean, that's they
I don't
seriously.
fucking believe in coincidences. Like that's too
Well, I
many.
mean,
in a
that's.
row.
I mean, there are.
I mean,
I
I
know,
think
but that's just, like-
coincidences
I think the
happen.
total
That's
body
just like-
count was like 7 people.
Yeah, that's a lot of coincidences.
But I will say the fact that they changed the name of the bar after the guy and like and all of that makes me kind of feel like they were playing up the stool to get hype around their bar. Like, you know what I mean?
But the thing is, you can't deny one thing though, and that is the records that these people died after being in contact with said chair.
Yeah, but also how many other people might have been in contact with that chair and didn't die?
That's
I
a
mean,
good
we
point.
don't know those stories.
That's a good point, and but I do think the instantaneousness of it was so upsetting.
Yeah. How it's not like
This lady who had
20
the
years
tumor
later.
one is the big one because she had a headache and she decided to go to the doctor, and they said you're gonna die very
Yeah.
soon, and she had never shown any signs of anything till that day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fucking nuts. Now, a lot of people go through a lot of different ideas of it. Obviously, there's the one of the he's a ghosty boy and he's mads.
Yeah.
That's one idea. Now, when they said that he was a strange drunkard kind of guy, it was rumored that he was actually into different witch things, like witchcraft. And if there's one thing about the chair is that it's oak. So oak is what's known as the king tree, otherwise known as the man tree. And what happens with oak is that you actually, there's essences attached to oak if it's something that's meant to be for you. So for instance, back with like witches, if you wanted to like, let's say like grant like your child into the new world, there'd be like a small placard of oak that you give your child to show the good, positive male intentions you show. With that, they believe there's people who think that the oak of that chair had all of his anger and everything, and it even more shows the fact that his father-in-law was the one who was like, "You're not a man. You can't be a man around me." Even more showing the masculinity, like the literal toxic masculinity the chair could possess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yikes.
So there is that concept and that idea that's been thrown around out there. I will say this about the chair, though. They investigated it. There was a literal furniture like expert wanted to investigate it. And he found that the spindles that kept the chair together were far older than 300 years old. Because by that time, there
That's
was some
insane.
manufactured ones that people could buy. These were spun together with crudely handmade knotting, meaning the chair could be as old as like 400 years old.
That's crazy.
That makes me think it's haunted.
That's pretty fucked up, right?
It's crazy.
I feel like nobody has anything to say about it.
It's just
I mean, I am still leaning towards the non-supernatural explanation,
Which is what?
which is that it's mostly coincidence.
Yeah, but that's so many.
But you got to think about it. Like, how many other people might have touched or sat in that chair and didn't die? We don't know that because nobody kept track of that.
I
'cause
will
that's
say
not
this though:
significant.
the bar does tote the fact that they had wrapping around it like ropes after
Yeah.
the first couple of deaths, and that people would like tourists would egg each other on, while the people in the town would be like, "Don't fucking do it."
Yeah.
We're only and the argument from the people who own the bar was, well, I don't know what's gonna happen if I try to move it.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
like we want to keep our bar, and we showed
but
him
I
respect.
also think they kind of used it for.
Oh, it's gotta
to get
help,
hype.
especially since
Yeah, for
Northern
sure.
Yorkshire is a fucking snore, dude.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
And I also think that there is such a thing as a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you touch the chair and you're like, the chair is going to kill me. Like,
I'm just gonna put a big old brain tumor in my head and throw a ladder through my body.
No, I mean not like that, but like if you think something's gonna happen, it might.
The one thing that I want to contest is they talk about the airmen. I don't believe they didn't drive home drunk. I think that they were driving home drunk.
Yeah.
They didn't want to disgrace people in the military, so they just said they weren't drunk. It must have been fucking.
Must have been the chair.
Must have been Busby.
Right, and then like with the woman with the tumor, like. You didn't decide to go to the doctor until the day you bumped into the chair.
Yeah, like, that actually though that was more recent. That was in like the 2000s.
Oh, okay.
So she actually did like there was like a little clipping of her talking to the news, and it was like, "Hey, this happened, and then this happened." So, and it's like, and she swore off like her family or her ever going back to that bar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, granted, she didn't know she was going to die at the time she said that, so maybe it was like, you have a brain tumor, let's make money out of it. Mm-hmm. But then she died literally single digit days later.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
And then the 3 hours later for most of the other killings,
or
a
the
literal
guy that
number
literally
3
died
hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
a minute after, died falling off the chair.
Yeah, that was the first guy to die from it, and it was somebody who was renowned in the town. He was making fun of, oh, your chair is cursed. Fucking dead.
Yeah, I mean, I think. I don't necessarily believe that it's some sort of ghostly occurrence, but also it's why fuck with it though?
I kind of am gravitated. I don't know if I believe in witchcraft stuff, but I'm more gravitated towards that because
the idea that he cursed his chair.
Yeah, and that it was oak is this significant thing in witchcraft circles, that it's a man's essence, and it brings off the intentions of a man when it's tethered to them, and it could be bad or it could be good. Oak can be the king or oak can be the destroyer. I think that's a cool idea because it was literally him being told you can't be a fucking man around me. You're a little bitch.
Yeah.
And he's like, dang it, my chair's gonna make people real die. And also he killed his father-in-law.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
That is nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
that
crazy.
makes me think there is some negative energy around the chair.
Right, you have to, and he killed him in the chair.
Right.
Oh, really?
That he said they found out the dude was in his chair, yucking up at the bar. He killed his ass in the chair.
No, that chair's haunted as fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Died in that chair.
There is currently a GoFundMe with 30 signatures, asking them to burn the chair. So if you want to go sign that, do that. I guess I don't know. I guess that in a way though you could be touching the chair by writing your signature. So you don't want to do that.
I guess.
I feel like mine was the most lackluster story right now.
No, it's weird.
I think it was fun. I had fun listening to it.
My only resource, other than just looking up articles and people talking about the history of it, is Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, I love them.
Yep. So,
Nice.
but there's things that have been updated since.
Yeah, that shit's weird.
That's fucking nuts. It's definitely haunted.
It's definitely if there is something that's real in yours was actually something that really happened, but out of the two stories we told, I think mine is the more real seeming one that could be a thing.
Definitely.
Even if it's
Mine
not.
definitely didn't seem real. But yeah. No.
All right, cool.
Bridget's was real, just upsetting.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, well, I forgot that hers was actually legitimately real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does that make it my turn? Do we want to pause? I don't feel the need
I don't think we
for
need
a
to pause.
pause.
I feel like mine was lackluster enough to only last 10 minutes.
Shut up.
I feel like mine's pretty lackluster too. So we got to hold out for the ghost to come through for us at the end.
No, I don't know if I'm
By
going
the
to
way,
touch that Ouija board.
We're doing it.
I have an opinion. I think somebody should video some of that.
I can
Okay.
video it because I'm not touching a Ouija
Okay.
board.
Okay.
Makes me nervous.
Oh my
Yeah, it
God!
makes me
Don't be
too
a
nervous.
fucking pussy.
We could even video it and then
two
talk
people
about
with
what happened
high
after.
anxiety.
You know.
I mean, I think we should leave and record while it's happening.
I know. I'm just saying for the spaces reason, maybe we could do it separately. But if we can fit it on this,
I
it's
think
fine.
we can. I think we'll figure it out.
Show off
And
our
if
recording
y'all don't, if
equipment.
you two don't want to touch it, you and I can just put it right there.
Yeah. Bye.
I don't know. I've never.
It's gonna sit fucking still. You know that,
yeah,
right?
nothing's gonna happen.
It's gonna just be unless a mouse runs underneath it and moves the cursor itself.
Ratatouille.
Anybody can contact the dead.
Oh, no.
Anyone can.
Anyone can do it.
Okay, so my story is also kind of boring. I don't know if it's
Also-
boring. What?
Oh, your context words. You also kind of boring. You're in reference to my story. Is that what you're saying? Mine was boring.
Wow.
Well, no, you were just saying yours was lackluster, so I was. But I don't think it is. No, I don't think yours is lackluster. You were just saying that yours was. I was like, also mine is. I don't think that yours is lackluster at all. I'm intrigued by the chair, and I'm gonna look it up when I get home.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Your chair reminds me of Roger the Doll.
There's also a lot of conflicting facts out there. So if there's something that I got wrong based on my sources, please tell me.
And like that's the thing about these like Franny's too. It happened so long ago, so things get muddled with time.
And then there's like things that they're like, oh, like apparently, like this is just the last thing I want to mention about it. They said that at one point the chair returned to the bar and they moved it back to the museum. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
But that would make sense with the 2000s thing because I swear it was mentioned that it was in the bar in the 80s Unsolved Mysteries episode. So, or maybe she was cleaning it and knocked into it.
At the museum.
At the museum. That's probably what it was.
That could be.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
That makes sense.
So mine is sort of like a little bit more of a personal story, I guess. I mean, it's not really personal because whatever. So it is like a local urban legend around the area where I live. I live in like, it's Ohio. There's not a lot going on here. So, you know, we got to make shit up in order to have fun. And a lot of times, like the fun, like when you're a teen, what you do in Ohio to have fun is you just kind of go out and you go on a ride.
Yes,
Go hang out in a field or a park somewhere.
Also in northern Kentucky.
So
Also in Indiana.
So there is this place sort of near where I live. It takes probably like 15 to 20 minutes to get there from like my house. So it's kind of in my zone. It's in my like neighborhood-ish. And it is called Lick Road. And so you go down the street and it's kind of creepy actually just driving there because it's one of those like windy, not very well lit type.
We had a Hookman's Road back in my old neighborhood.
Nice.
I get it.
And so you go down this road, which is called Kemper Road, if you care.
Oh, I know exactly.
So you go down. It's kind of windy and kind of dark. You're only going to this place at night. You're not going during the day. And then the turn off onto Lick Road, you can't hardly see it. You have to know where it is if you're going to go to it.
Yeah.
So then you turn off and you start heading down this road, and this road is even darker than the previous road. It's like even more spooky. And there is always, no matter what, I've always seen it there. And they say that they clean it off and they say that they've changed the sign so many times, but it's always there. Every time I've been there, I've seen it. It's like one of those signs that tells you how the road curves, so you're like aware of it. And always on it is spray painted the word Amy, which will be relevant. So then you pull, what'd you say?
I said weird.
So then you pull, so you go down and then there's just this like big kind of, it dead ends. And then there's like a... Like, I don't want to say it's like a lot, but it's like it comes to a point where it ends. You can't go anywhere and you have to like turn around. But it's big enough for like a car or two to park in that area. And then there is a path, but it is gated off. So it's not, you can trespass. It's private property, but you can certainly overcome the gate that is there. It's not.
Gotcha.
It's more a gate that would prevent a car from passing, but not a human person on foot. And so the story of this place is that there is a girl named Amy, and if you follow the path, it leads you to a bridge over like bigger than a creek, but not a river. You know, it's a body of water that runs. Yeah. And so anyway, this bitch Amy, I'm sorry, Amy, I don't mean to do that to you. I don't mean to call you a bitch, but like she was killed and pushed off of the bridge by her boyfriend, and she now haunts the dead end in the path that's there.
Girl, I would too.
Yeah, good that's for you. So there are a couple things that are supposed to happen when you go there. I've never had the experience of anything like this happening. I've been there, but I've never had this experience. But I will say that it's a very creepy atmosphere. There's like a couch. There's always just been a couch there.
There is just a couch there.
It's very weird.
It's very strange.
And I'm like, why is that there? And then, yeah, like the word Amy is spray painted in places, and like it's kind of gross looking, and like it looks like a place where someone could get murdered.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of any of this. It sounds so fucking scary.
Yeah. The last time I went was pretty recently, actually, and we had been drinking, and my siblings wanted to go, and they made us come with them, and I was like freaking out, even though I don't even like believe in the shit for real, but like my drunk self was like having a meltdown. I did not want to go.
Well, like somebody pulled in.
Yeah.
When we were there.
And that's what I was going to say. Like almost every time I've been, someone else has come in behind me.
Ew, I don't like that.
And like it's kind of it's because it's private property and because it's like a well-known thing, it gets patrolled by cops a lot. So like if you see somebody pull in, you kind of want to get out of there. So I've never like had any experience happen to me because there's always been somebody else pulling in. But there are a couple things that are supposed to happen. So apparently if you sit in your car and just wait, like she'll write "help me" on the condensation in your windows. And also apparently if you flash your headlights, you'll see like an orb of some kind. And then they say that if you walk down the path to the bridge, you could like see her or hear her like following behind you. And I have walked that path. I haven't gone all the way because like I said, every time, but like I have kind of climbed the gate and walked down, and it is very creepy. And there are lots of rustlings because it's the woods and you can hear the creek running, and I don't fuck with the shit at all, but like, I don't know. So yeah, that's basically the story of that's the legend, you know, is that the girl named Amy got killed there and now she haunts it.
That's who we're going to try to talk to.
What'd you say?
That's who we're going to try to talk to.
But the thing is that it didn't happen. Like there was no girl named Amy killed there.
God damn it.
But so this is like, what most sources say is that I'm going to read you this article. It's from creepycincinnati.com, so you can peruse that if you'd like.
I love that.
So the likely start of this legend is the death of 15-year-old Linda Dyer, which is a creepy last name for this to happen. But in 76, she was hitchhiking near North Bend, which is really close to where all this is. And she was picked up by two men. And then the following day, her body was found under a bridge at the corner of Crest and Banks Road, which is really close to Lick Road. So she had been stabbed and strangled, but due to lack of blood around the body when she was found, she was killed elsewhere and dumped there. So it didn't happen at Lick Road. It didn't happen at that bridge, but everything was so close to that original legend that a lot of people think that was the original story. But of course, there may have been something else. Like
maybe Amy wasn't discovered. Maybe
maybe Amy wasn't discovered. I don't know. But yeah, so it's pretty weird. It's just a weird place, and it's kind of near me, and it's one of those things that you kind of do when you're a young teen.
A young buck.
Yeah, you just kind of go and see what you see.
Yeah.
You open your eyes.
But yeah, there's every time I've been there's been someone else there because it's just like one of those things that you just do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my story. That's my tale. It's not very exciting. It's not very interesting, but it's my tale.
That's fucking scary, though.
It's scary as fuck.
Maybe we can all go sometime. We can go see it.
We'll see.
Dude. If you guys subscribe to our Patreon,
we'll go.
We'll record a whole pod there.
That'd be great.
We're making some promises.
Okay.
I don't know if I can upkeep.
So now what do we have?
I think we're gonna pause, and then
we're gonna rearrange some things.
We're gonna get out a Luigi board,
and we're gonna see what we see.
A Waluigi board?
I feel like we got to turn the lights off when we do it. Can I just say that?
How will anybody see anything?
Do you have a candle or something? We can light a candle.
No, we're not turning the lights off.
But then it's like too fluorescent in here.
I veto.
Okay, well, we're going to pause and we're going to convince Fanny to light a candle. And
yeah,
then we're
Fanny, we'll convince you.
Shut up. All right, goodbye.
Well, no, I don't think we'll do theirs.
When people talk over the outro intro noise, it
Oops.
doesn't make it.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't immerse or unimmerse. It does not work.
I didn't have my headphones on.
All right, so
we got a Luigi board.
We've got the Ouija board out. We've got a leathered amber candle lit, which seems spooky enough.
We're also using the planchette from a different set because I'm told that makes shit spookier.
And my planchette was sucky, so.
Don't tell them that part. They don't need to know that.
Well, they know now.
We need to have some secrets. Also, this needs to be slightly closer to me. It's got to be kind of in the middle. Here we go.
Okay, there we go. All right, so the Ouija board is out. Bridget's going to give us some Ouija board etiquette so we don't get possessed or something.
Also, I'll take over the role of,
Camera person?
No,
I
that's
was
for
gonna
any.
film, yeah.
I'm gonna like write out what it says if it moves.
I should film with somebody else's
Okay.
phone though, because I have a Galaxy.
Um,
I'll
That's
film with
fair.
Logan's.
I don't know if you want to do that. I don't have a lot of space, so it'll tell you.
You can film with mine, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
have
should be
a
good
lot
with
of
mine.
space too. I just got a new boy.
Pretty much every phone but mine is a great choice.
Here you go, Franny. You
I
can
wish
do
we had
mine.
our camera. We have like an HD camera, but
There you go. Okay.
we need to find that.
All right, Bridget. So,
Kind of where it is, but it's not.
Okay,
so what are the rules here? What do we need to do?
so I found from the Thought catalog.
Hold on. I'm going to pause you. I'm going to take Franny's mic stand. It's
Yeah,
really
'cause
hard to
I'm
do
gonna
this with a
hold
straight
my
stand.
mic while I film and everything, because I might be like moving around. I'm gonna start filming now.
Okay, 21 Ouija
21?
boards rules everyone needs to know before they start playing.
Okay.
Wait, 21 rules?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a lot of rules.
Good God.
They are not a joke. We don't know what can happen when you use
More
a
of an
Ouija
observation than a rule.
board. Number 2, the most important rule is to never taunt or goad spirit to communicate with you through the Ouija board.
Yeah, Madison, you better not.
Okay,
You
it's
better
serious
fucking
time
not.
now. It's serious time. All
Number
right.
3 is never ask a Ouija board when you're going to die.
Okay.
Number 4
I wasn't going to
is
do that.
spirits who talk to you through your Ouija board can tell you whatever they want. Just because a spirit says something does not mean it is true.
I'm a clever mongoose.
5, never use a Ouija board alone. 6, do not use a Ouija board if you're in your home.
Not our home.
Not at
Hey.
home.
Not our home. You're right.
7, one person in the group should be the leader. This is the person who talk and ask questions while the group is using the board.
Oh no, we're.
Who's the leader?
Oh no, do I have to fight you for this role?
If you want it, you can have it.
I don't. Now there's so much pressure. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, I can lead.
Can we both lead? Why can't we both? This is
It says
2020.
it says no, that we can't do that.
This is 2020.
Well, then I think that we should have women in leadership positions. I'm just kidding. If you want it, you can have it.
8, if you're using the Ouija board and you're not the leader, you should keep your fingers on the planchette and remain silent. The leader should not ask joke questions, like 3 exclamation points afterwards. 10,
Fuck,
one,
who's less likely to do that?
one
Because
person.
we're both so stupid.
I think
know,
we
we're
have
dumb.
Madison do it, because I feel like the.
But I'm the one who's had so many experiences. Aren't I more like tethered with the...
I don't know.
I
You
don't
can
know,
do it.
yeah.
You can lead.
No, I truly don't know who should do it. Hi.
Okay. Well,
I hate the fact that I'm on camera right now because I know I look gross, but it's quarantine.
I literally tried to cut his shirt for him, and it.
uh,
I messed
Will I get
up a bit.
demonetized?
Don't show your
for your
nipple.
boob.
I'm just feeling wild.
Also, his hair has not gotten cut since.
Okay, please go on, Bridget. I need to know how to start. I think. Like, I don't know
guess
what
I'll-
to. How do we begin?
If you want to take a break, have one person keep their hand on the planchette to stay connected to the energy you've built. Always end your session with goodbye. The location.
Wait, moving the planchette to goodbye, or just saying
Yeah,
goodbye?
we move it. We move it to. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
to do both.
Okay.
Both.
It's the only time we move it.
Okay.
If a spirit starts communicating with you through the board by counting down or going through the alphabet, immediately end the session by saying goodbye. This is a common theme in Ouija users who have contacted a malevolent spirit that is trying to leave the board.
Okay.
You know, Ouija users. Ouija.
If a spirit starts communicating with you by making the planchette to make a figure 8 or an infinity symbol, immediately end the session by saying goodbye. If you begin to suspect that you are in contact with a malevolent spirit, immediately end the session by putting the planchette on goodbye. Also, leave the physical space you're in to sever the energy.
Okay.
Fast.
Run.
Wait, what is leave the physical space?
I think just like out of the room.
We gotta like hop up. This is athletic now. The president's fitness test all of a sudden.
Okay.
If you speak to a spirit who identifies themselves as Zuzu, end the session and say goodbye immediately.
There's a specific person we gotta watch out for.
Oh my god.
There's a specific bitch we gotta look out
Oh,
for now.
that makes it real for some reason. I don't know
Knowing
why.
the rules makes it terrifying.
Yeah, I'm like Zuzu. If we would have read the rules, I would have been like, oh hi. Is this one of you
I'm
guys'
like,
cats?
oh my god, Zuzu. What's
Oh my
up,
god,
dude?
this dude It's so good to see you.
Um,
I've been calling him Zaboomafum and shit.
Don't use a Ouija board in a cemetery. If you're experiencing this depression, it may be good to avoid using.
Maybe it's better I'm not playing.
What in the mental illness is going on here?
What's happening?
Never burn a Ouija board. That's 22 or 21. We're good.
Okay.
We've read them all.
We
All
won't,
right,
'cause
now how do
she
we
paid
start?
$10 for this. We're not going to burn it.
I know there's like certain things you're supposed to say. Like there's kind of like a speech.
I don't know. Somebody's got to look it up. Somebody's got to Google it.
Open sesame.
No.
No, don't touch it yet.
Abracadabra. 1, 2, 3.
Let's open our eyes and
see
what
some
we
demons.
see.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the how to
Mr.
start.
Wacky. What kind of inflatables are you going to be having today? What kind of fun are you going to be having today? Shout out to Critical. I love your YouTube channel. You're funny. Good guy. I love that video so much.
How to start
These rules are just like,
They made it so much more fucking real.
and then like, you know, there's never a rule like if you meet Moo Moo, she's a nice spirit.
Yeah.
She'll give you like
Yeah, there's-
advice. It's just the bad
Yeah, there's never
ones.
one like, if you meet Donna.
It's only the bad things that can happen to you.
All right, I'm playing a video on how to start a Ouija board.
Hold on. I have to pee.
Wait, then. Wait.
Wait, no.
Wait, you
don't
can't do that. You can't do that. Copyright
Just read
stricken.
an article.
Guys, we were just that was just CS:GO gambling. We weren't that was not.
I have to pee, guys.
You're leaving?
She's leaving in the middle of our seance.
It's not a seance. No, nothing has started.
I'm being sarcastic.
So what are you supposed to do while she's gone?
I guess
Can I have your phone so that I can find a way to start this thing?
I found it.
Okay.
I'm taking my phone in case I get trapped in the bathroom or some shit.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
it almost landed on my foot, dude. I was freaking out.
Good Lord. Okay.
You're holding it like you're doing. By the way, guys, her microphone just came loose.
It wasn't ghostly. She definitely
Yeah.
did it herself. I just want to be clear.
She fumbled the fuck out of that ball, dude.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I think we need a game. What? We won't. Okay, so Franny, tell us how we start this thing. Tell us what we do.
So cleansing the room chants. When you smudge incense burn, you can repeat a chant or mantra to assist the cleanse. Oh, I have incense.
I don't know about
I don't
chanting.
think we
I'm
need
not
to
into.
do all
I'm
that,
not into
like-
chanting.
Okay.
I just want to know how to start the Ouija board.
I just want
things.
to talk to some dead.
I just want to
motherfuckers.
do it respectfully. You know, I don't want to come and be like, I don't want to walk into somebody's house and be like, hey, who are you?
Move over. There's a
Okay.
new king in town.
Okay. So there's some things you need to say.
Okay.
Okay.
I have the whole sayings like just like here on my phone.
Well,
Okay.
fuck me.
Whoever does it can just like do it.
Okay.
Sounds like a Madison job.
When you're ready to start.
All right. So we have some things that need to be said.
Yeah, that's whoever's the leader's gonna.
But
say
don't
all
say
this.
them until we do it, because I don't know if that's bad voodoo or whatnot, or hoodie or whatever. Am I being disrespectful?
Yeah, maybe a little.
No.
Sorry.
Here's one less.
I'm disrespecting this T-shirt with my body
Here's the
inside of it.
studio. What do you think?
Hey.
Look at the road. This is the good part. Look at that
This is the
roadcaster.
good part. Look at that shit.
It's weird because you'll be able to listen to this part and then watch it, and it'll sound different because it's coming from two different audios. Isn't that weird?
Right?
That is weird.
We'll probably start doing a lot of video podcasts, but we'll see. I mean, it's what the
Some
people
point.
want.
Yeah.
It's what the people want.
Okay. So I just think that
It's not what my body dysmorphia wants, though. So we'll see when.
Okay, so I think that we just kind of, I don't think it needs to be anything super specific, but just something to kind of like let them know that like we're here and
You see, you're good at
Things like
reading
that.
instructions. That's
Hey,
why I just kind of
Ghost.
handed you that.
It's time. We've shown up to stop, drop, and set up shop.
No, don't say that.
Why? It's true.
Where's Bridget's chair? She's still in a
I just realized
folding chair.
we talked so long about J.R.R. Tolkien. What am I saying? And Lord of the Rings, and there's a big ass Lord of the Rings poster right there in the corner.
yeah, I know.
You can kind of see a glimpse of it behind Madison, but I'm not getting up.
I personally enjoyed our SpongeBob light switch.
Heck yeah. Okay, I feel ready for this. I feel like I think it's gonna be great. Won't it be so like anticlimactic if nothing happens?
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Unless we could fake it, you know, we should get more views. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Just kidding. If nothing happens, nothing happens, and we're gonna be very real about that.
I like it's not just me. When nothing happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to rule out the possibility of anything happening.
I don't know, man.
I don't not believe in ghosts.
They just seem okay.
What?
Just can't. That's the most frustrating thing you've said all day.
Why?
I don't believe in. It's not that I don't believe in ghosts. It shows multiple possibilities of ghosts. You're like, I don't think I was a ghost.
Well, I think that there are other logical explanations for happenings. But if I saw a ghost, I see a ghost, you know? I don't have all the information. I wish Bridget would come the fuck on. I want to do this thing. I'm itching for it.
If you're ready, come and get it.
My little fingers are blue and they're ready to go.
I wonder if that's going to help or hurt us.
I don't know. Maybe they'll like it. Don't touch it. Just kidding.
Sorry,
You can
man.
touch it.
This is a cool planchette, though.
It is cool.
It's somewhat like our Ouija board's so lame. It's just Stranger Things Ouija board to connect with the Upside Down. And it's like this planchette is so good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This guy's cool.
Okay, so yeah, I think as long as we, you know, are clear about what's happening and we say goodbye at the end, I think everything's going to be just fine. There she comes. Jesus Christ. Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous. Wow, my audio is going to be weird because, like, sometimes I'm talking to the camera.
Sometimes the microphone's not in the...
Sometimes the microphone's nowhere near me.
Okay.
Or even in the machine.
Oh, shit. What's the password for this?
Oh, my
Password for what?
Your phone?
2929.
Oh,
they
shit.
can't all know my phone password.
We'll
What if
change
one of
it.
them come up to me?
We'll change
I
it.
can never change it.
Okay, don't. Okay. All right. Do we feel ready?
I think you need to turn the light out, Franny.
Should you shut the door? Yeah. That wasn't.
Oh, no.
All right. Oh, I can't see it,
Can't
though.
see. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Leave the
no,
door
I
open.
hate it.
Leave the door slightly
leave
open.
the door a little
I hate
open.
it. I hate it.
But the Roadcaster looks cool as fuck.
It does look cool. Okay, that's good. Perfect. We've got an ambiance. Okay. I don't know why, but okay.
Adios, Christos des.
Okay, so I'm just going to say a couple things from this article that we're looking at here.
Because the internet can be trusted with our souls.
Yes. So, encase this room in a bubble of white light and allow only those beings of the light to enter when invited. I call upon my spirit guides to protect me and those participating tonight. Keep us safe from harm and stand guard against unwelcome, malevolent spirits.
Please.
So now I'm going to open up the connection, as this article says to do. So only beings of the light are invited to this sacred space, and we will be communicating only through the Ouija board. And any spirit who is willing to communicate with us must do so through the Ouija board. So are there any spirits here with us right now? If there is a spirit with us, give us a signal of that. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, that's probably what I figured.
What? I don't know what to say. Is there anyone here in this house who wants to communicate with us?
You guys could chime in too, you know? You guys could answer that question.
I thought I was supposed to be a leader.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
You guys can be like, we want to communicate with you.
We want to communicate with you. We want to hear what you have to say. Should we ask a question, perhaps?
It is trembling. I'm not joking.
It
Is
is
that you
a-
that's moving it around?
Say
Because
goodbye.
I don't
I'm
know.
being
Say
dead
goodbye.
still.
Say goodbye.
It is trembling. I'm not fucking with you, and I'm not moving
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to be very still.
I'm so
goodbye.
still. I'm holding
Say
my.
goodbye.
Or
I don't
what?
think that's
I'm
one of the
holding
things
my
you have to say
like
goodbye
wrist with
for.
my fist right here.
Okay,
and
maybe
I'm
I'll do
still.
that too. Like, just to make sure that I'm fully
Oh
still.
my god, oh my god.
Like,
oh
how are
my
you doing
god.
it like that?
Y'all
Yeah.
are going to hear me have a panic attack.
Dude, it's trembling. It really fucking is. I'm not kidding.
I know. I feel that way too, and I'm trying to make sure that it's not me moving.
I know it's not me. I'm being so still.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking shit myself right here, right now.
Oh my god.
Are you? Oh, you go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask you a question, but I think
Yeah,
you should.
go ahead. You do it.
Is there a reason you are nervous to speak to us? Dude, it's fucking. I don't like this.
Say goodbye.
I don't know.
I'm not kidding.
Okay, was that you that moved it that time?
that was me
Say
laughing.
Okay.
But you could feel the difference that time, right?
Yeah.
When I laughed, like right there, I just moved it again. You can feel the difference of. Okay, we should say goodbye.
No, I think that it's okay.
No, it's not.
It's like that good kind of weird where we're like, this
It's
is
good
this is
weird.
fine.
Yeah.
Like that was you.
Yeah, that was me.
But like when we just sit here, it still trembles, like just so slightly.
Okay, spirits, can we talk about the weird shit in that closet right over there?
No, stop it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's not funny.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what's. I'm trying really hard to be still.
We're still. I'm looking at your hand. It's not moving. Oh, it's not moving, and it's trembling. Look at my hand.
I see your hand.
It's moving, dude.
I don't know, dude.
Dude, that's fucking weird.
Where's
Come
it
on.
going though?
It's just like trembling there. Like think about like the most still you've ever held your hand, and yet it still feels like you're like almost like shaking or vibrating. So like it's so still, and then there's still like a little bit of movement. Dude!
You scared me. Okay.
No.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
You scared
Say
me.
goodbye.
You
Say
scared me
goodbye.
because you started yelling.
Because it like I felt
Oh
like
my god, oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
felt something with it. I'm not fucking with you.
I know, okay.
I'm not fucking with you. I swear to God, I really did.
All right.
Okay. Let's get back to calm. I didn't fully lift my hand off it, so everybody's cool.
Okay.
But you can't just move your hand.
No,
when you're
I
scared.
know. But you scared me though.
I scared me because it scared me. It scared me. I didn't scare me. Also, when did the candle get bright as fuck?
Right? Like, say goodbye.
It should talk to us though. But it's not. And now it's so still. The moment I said that, it got so still. Didn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Good. Fuck you.
I have a third finger on accident. I'll just move that boy out of the way. I wish I was fucking joking.
I
'Cause
know.
I don't like how freaked out they're getting about it, but I also am like, if we stop now.
I want to know that I'm not getting freaked out. I'm just chilling. I'm dead chilling.
You're freaked out. I see it in your eyes.
Like, it scared me, but I'm kind of calm now.
You heard my yell. That was genuine.
That was genuine.
Fran doesn't like this stuff. Yet she bought a Ouija board herself.
Yeah, that was years ago. I'm way more of a pussy now.
Like I feel like I'm touching it so lightly.
Let's see, when I laughed, you could feel the difference in the movement, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm holding my hand so fucking still, dude. And so are you. Like, if someone told me that was like a fake hand, I'd believe them because it's so fucking still. And it's also blue. All right. Let's try some way simpler questions.
Oh my god.
Like something
Okay,
like really,
like
really,
Like nice questions.
like a yes and no.
Please.
Because that's going to be easier to answer, right? There's yes
Yeah.
and no's.
Yeah.
What do you want to ask?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not going to joke anymore. I know that.
No.
That was me. Sorry.
Okay. I feel like we're the four of us having like a lot of life changes right now, and are things gonna work in our favor?
I feel like you shouldn't have asked it that.
Why?
I don't know. It just feels like something you shouldn't have asked. The spirits don't know
Did you like that question?
necessarily.
Do you agree with Bridget saying that we shouldn't have asked it?
If I offended you, I'm very sorry.
Feel how still that is?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, Madison. That's
That was me. That was
okay.
me.
That's fucked up that we're asking you questions and now it's like, I'm good. Just gonna keep it right here.
Okay. Do you think we should?
Fran's acting like there's a see, I'm laughing now. Fran's acting like there's a poltergeist in the room right now.
Like I hear shit and everything.
Do you think we
For
should
the
like
record, I just hear the fan.
say goodbye? Like I don't know. What do you think?
I hear nothing else. Poor Franny, honestly.
Are you feeling that this is an appropriate time to talk?
Oh, it's that bug. That's what I keep hearing.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
It's okay. What kind of bug is that? I'm not asking you. I'm asking Franny. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It came off the roof. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to gasp.
I'm like checking my pulse here to make sure I'm holding still.
Right. I'm trying to be
But
very
it's so,
still.
dude, isn't it so still?
I'm like barely touching it. I don't know if it's like psychosomatic, but my hand feels tingly.
No, mine too.
It's weird.
Maybe it's
And I'm
just
like
from
barely
holding
putting.
it.
If you look at my hand, it's so fucking limp,
Still.
dude. I'm not putting down any pressure.
I'm gonna vomit.
Like if you
Maybe
do
we should say goodbye.
not near
All right. We're going to say goodbye. Thank you for communicating with us.
Maybe it's a kind of connection or signal strength thing. Maybe there just wasn't enough people trying to communicate with you, or
Yeah.
maybe you don't. Maybe you wanted to let us know that this is real without scaring the bananas out of us. Maybe,
Which we would appreciate, yeah.
I feel
But-
like it's just a signal strength thing. I just think there's not enough of
Yeah.
us putting forth in
But
this.
thank you for reaching out and communicating with us. And now we'd like to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I feel like you have to drag it across goodbye.
Oh, okay. Like that, like
Yeah.
goodbye.
Can we let go now?
I think we can. I just did.
Well, I stayed on because I didn't know for sure.
Oh, okay. That was weird. I don't know.
Nope.
I can't hear anything in my head. Oh, now I can. Okay, it's better.
I'd be very interested to listen to that part of the audio.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. Like, it was just like barely like moving.
But like you could, so like when I was like, maybe it's just us not being able to hold our hands still. We'd move and it felt different.
yeah.
It legit felt different. Like not trying to fuck around.
Yeah, like I could feel it when you like kind of laughed and moved it.
like if I'd laugh or like if I was like, oh sorry. I
But
just
it
moved
wasn't like, but yeah, it wasn't like a scooting. It was like a,
It was literally like trembling like that.
yeah. It was weird. Okay.
Go for it. We're still recording the podcast, so.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. It was interesting. You all right?
Yeah, I just shifted. and it-
We'll post that video on Twitters
Somewhere.
and YouTubes and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there we have it. I mean, I don't think it was malevolent or anything. I think it
I
was
almost
just,
feel like it was just like trying to talk to somebody who's like really far away and we're talking in our normal voice. Like I feel like it just like for me it felt like a signal strength thing. Like I
yeah,
feel like
it felt like,
I feel like if there was more people, not trying to convince you guys to do it, but I feel like if there's more people, it would have reacted.
yeah. And I kind of liked what you said where you were like, it was just like trying to let us know it's here.
Yeah, like
Without
almost
like being super
like
crazy.
I'm not gonna give in to you guys' like wacky antics, but like this is real.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do we want to say goodbye to the podcast? 'Cause
Goodbye to the podcast. We're quitting.
No,
Ghosts are
because
real.
Because I can't.
Yeah. All right.
You have to talk into the microphone.
I'm not okay.
So yeah, I mean that was an experience. We had it. I don't know.
I would say that I am not one to like bullshit like about stupid stuff like that. Like I was waiting for me and Madison to, like trash this Ouija board,
Yeah.
and that's not what happened.
Yeah. No. I mean, like
And
I
got
didn't
to-
really.
At one point, I'm not kidding. Maybe it was just my arm, but it felt like it went, and that's why I went, dude, because it felt like it went like that.
I didn't like get that feeling, but you said dude, and I was like, it just scared me, and I like was like, oh. So I don't know what happened there.
It was literally like, it felt like it like went up on my
That's
end.
weird.
Just like the slightest bit. Like just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and that's kind of how it felt. It was just like barely like shaking, maybe. Like I don't want to say shaking, but like just
And,
kind of
like-
like a slight
and
movement.
like it was like actually like shaking slowly in one direction, just like just consistently like that.
Yeah, that's how I felt too.
Well, I need to use the restroom, and I'm scared to go downstairs alone, so we need to wrap this up.
All right, well,
All right, guys. So
thank
you
you
guys
for
got to.
communicating with us.
I think next
Thank
time
you.
we do this occult thing, we're gonna have another 4 stories, and then I'm gonna have Madison do a tarot card reading
Yeah.
for people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be really cool.
Would be cool.
But guys, if you liked this, also consider donating to our Patreon. We want to do more content like this for you guys. If you think it was cool,
Heck yeah,
That's
we
how
had
you
fun
support
doing
it.
it. It was a good time.
yeah, it was so much fun.
Adios.
Thank you so much for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.